Alright, folks, I think we are live. Let me adjust some settings, and then we'll be good to go. Let me just adjust some settings. Get all these tabs closed from the game. We got some talking to do. Let me get rid of the scoreboard and everything. We'll wait on some people to tune in, and then we will start. Just give me a minute to catch my breath and whatnot. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. That's all I'll say. This will be interesting. Yeah, you're just joining us. Buffalo wins the division, 21-14. We are going to... Thanks for losing again, Pittsburgh into the playoffs. I mean, you would think that they would return the favor at some point. You would think they would return the favor. I mean, we returned the favor in 2021. We beat the Colts to let you guys in the playoffs. So you think we return the favor at some point. Oh, man. My voice is shot. Holy cow. It's going to get even worse after this. Controversial message told me to warn you guys. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Sure, it's not that bad. I'm sure it can't be that bad. Wait, so they players of the game for Sunday Football? It's 3 of them? I don't know if you can 3 players of the game. That's not good. You have nothing to play for. It's not our fault we lost the Titans. We didn't do our jobs. It's not your fault you rested your stars against the Steelers. You have nothing to play for. You earned the right to do that. You earned the right to do that. Overtime, I have no clue. I have no clue. My voice is hanging on by a thread. I have no clue if there's going to be OT. We'll see. I might set a minimum for donations for OT, just because my voice is shot. Playoff games? Yeah, we're going to do overtime for the playoff games. For the night games. Obviously, we're not going to do it for the other games, since it will be otherwise running into the other games. But we'll be doing overtime for the other games. Yeah, the night games. Worse than the 3 Vikings? It's up there. I don't think it's worse than that, just because the Vikings... We didn't collapse in the game. The Vikings collapsed in the game. They were up by 2 scores with 2 minutes left, and they allowed an onside kick on a 4th and 22. So I think the 0-3 Vikings collapse was worse. But this is up there. We'll see. After this, I still got to do the dumb decisions on the floor. I'll probably do an in defense of as well with McDermott. I'll film some JG9 News videos. Yeah, let me download the Bills Dolphins game. I feel like I'm going to do an in defense of. Let me download that. Timeout too early? No, that they had to call timeouts. That was the right play to call timeout. Is this worse than the Colts 2021? Yeah, the Colts was 1 game. The Colts was a 1-game collapse. This was... Yeah, collapse eerily similar to the Titans collapse, yeah. Except we don't have the excuse of our quarterback dying, or anyone dying on the team. 1-5 to end the year when the quarterbacks we played were garbage. The teams we played were garbage. 1-5 to end the year when you're playing Flacco, Browning, Levitt, or Tannehill, and Young. Like, really? You can't go 500 in that? Like, come on. John Swain with the 5er. Thank you so much. Time to become a Browns fan. Join the Bark side. I've survived worse with this team, but oh man, it's bad. Ender Stein with the 2er. Thank you so much. Weirdest streak continues. I agree. The week 15 or the week 18 streak is a curse. I hate it. When that schedule comes out, I desperately need us to be hosting the final week of the season. Because I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. The streak is terrible. Streak is terrible. 19 straight seasons. Like, come on. Messed with a terrible towel, and then they went 3-6. I mean, definitely didn't help. Biggest decision of the season, keeping Bulky and press Taylor under contract. I agree. All right, Chart New York with a 5. Thank you so much. Didn't imagine my Bills would win the East after the Denver loss. I did not think so, too. 6-6, and you win 5 straight. Bills with the anti-Jags. Better luck next year. Yeah, we're going to be 5-12 next year. We'll be lucky to be back next year because we're just going to run it back. We're not going to learn any lessons. We're not going to learn anything. We're going to run it back with the same coaches, the same roster. We're going to learn nothing, and we're going to be 5-12 next year, and Houston's going to run train on the division. We'll come in last in the division, be 5-12, and wonder where things went wrong, and I could see it coming a mile away, but yeah. We're not. There's no next year. There's no next year. This is over. Steelers beat the Bills. Can they do it? I don't think Pittsburgh's offense can keep up with Buffalo. So, now, Buffalo shoots themselves in the foot, different story. Different story. And they have a tendency to do that. But if the Bills just play an average game, they'll be fine. Justin Maybach with a 2. Thank you so much. Very sorry I need the Jags to lose today. Yeah. No, everyone did. The only people that need the Jags to win were the Jaguars. Everyone needed the Jags to lose today. Bills did. The Steelers did. Everyone wanted the Jags to lose today, but the Jags. I know, he's better than Ferragamo, but yeah. Any big changes on TV as far as announcers or studio shows dismissing talent? There might be a shakeup at CBS. There might be a shakeup according to the New York Post. Phil Simms might be on his way out. James Brown's contract is up. And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, Brown's going to stay on forever. Like, he's still got it. He's still got his fastball. He's still amazing at what he does. He's a consummate professional. I love the guy. And then I started watching the NFL, like, ever since the report came out, I started thinking, wait a sec. I was like, wait a second. Brown doesn't really do a whole lot of hosting anymore. Nate Burleson's running the show. If you watch NFL Today, it's like 50-50 now split between hosting duties of Burleson and Brown. They're grooming Burleson to be the host. I don't think they bring back Brown. I think this is Nate Burleson's show next year. Not done now with the 5. Thank you so much. Bro, love your child. You become someone of an NFL oracle. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot to me. Boys look way better than the Pats this year. Yeah, but both going to be watching playoffs on our couch. That's all that matters. I've been where the Pats have been many times before on this season. I'd rather have this than the alternative being done in November or October, but it's not fun. Well, Burr and Phil were sick. They were sick. Phil was there, and then he left midway through the day. Joshua Rim with a 2. Thank you so much. Hang on. What we got? Packers will win because McCarthy will find a way. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. He's had some dumb decisions before in the playoffs. We'll see what happens here. Scorpion with the 5. If the Jags couldn't win, am I more comfortable with the Texans winning over the other two spawns of Seaman? Yes. I have nothing against the Texans. I have nothing against them. I'm happy for them. I'm glad it's not the Colts or the Titans. I'm glad if it had to be one of them, I'm glad it's not one of those. I'll put it that way. Fired on Black Monday. My predictions... Belichick, I don't know if he's fired Monday. But he'll be fired this week. I don't know if he's fired tomorrow, though. They might give it a day. Rivera, gone. Arthur Smith, gone. Hang on, just swing something out. Romo needs to go. I don't know, Jim. Look, he's gotten better, but he's not what he was in 2017. Adam Wetstein with a 279 Canadian. Thank you so much. Let me do the conversion to that. Thank you so much, man. 205. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Lawrence kid should sue the medical step. He doesn't have kids, but I mean, look, he got cleared. He wanted to play. He passed the concussion protocol from the NFL. He wanted to play. It's not on him. No, it's on the medical staff. It's not on the staff at all. Arthur Smith is a clown. Arthur Smith is a clown. He's gotten better from last year. Last year, he's gotten better from last year. I'm not saying from 2017. He was at his best in 2017. Last year, he was painful. Last year, he was unlistenable. Yeah, no, Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas, they're all staying. They're all staying. Joe Barry's not getting fired yet. I mean, defense has played well the last 2 games. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. If they lay an egg in the playoffs, he might be gone. But he's going to stay on for the postseason, obviously, and then playoffs to be determined. Dable, yeah, he saved his job. He's not going anywhere. I don't think his job was in any danger. Yeah, Kurt Menefee securing the Good Day New York co-host gig. That's awesome for him. That's awesome. He's great. I like him as a studio host. Which team wins, Chiefs or Dolphins? I'd probably take the Chiefs. I can't trust Miami to be a good team. I can't trust Tua right now. I just can't. Luke Yetzi, yeah, he's got to go. He'll go, probably. Yeah, coordinator-wise, Carmichael's gone. Probably Getsy's gone. Like, there'll be coordinators that are gone. Keller with a 2. Thank you so much. If the Bills get to the AFC Championship, do they have a shot at the Ravens? I don't see why not. Look, the Bills are as hot as any team in football right now. As long as they don't... The only team that can beat the Bills are the Bills. And they just shoot themselves in football. When they're on their A game, they're phenomenal. Wait, McAfee... Wait, are you think... Wait. I don't think we're thinking of the same person. We're thinking of... You're thinking of Pat McAfee. We're talking Kurt Menefee. We're talking Kurt Menefee, the Fox host. Not Pat McAfee. We have a $5 from Untouchable Raider. Thank you so much for the $5. Crazy File Weekend's going to be off-season. Mauro Romello, former Showtime Boxing WWE announcer going to ESPN. He's not replacing Joe Buck. Buck signed a massive contract. He's still in his prime. He's not old either. Joe Buck is still very much in his prime for another, 15 more years. He's not replacing Buck. I can see that happen. He'll have a big role with other things, maybe, but he won't replace Buck. Thank you for the $5. Thank you, man. Syria, I see getting warm. No, but his coordinators are. His coordinator seats are red hot. Coordinator seats are red hot. I'll put it that way. McDaniel's seat? No, they made the playoffs back-to-back years. No, his seat's not getting warm. Buck's great. Buck and Aikman are the best combo right now, I think. They have great chemistry. Buck, yeah, and ESPN's going to be back in the rotation. ABC's back in the rotation. He's going to call the game there. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Yeah, ESPN Buck and Fox Buck are pretty much the same at the start, at least. Or the latter part of Fox Buck. Adam Wetstein with the 205. Thank you so much. Forecast for Buffalo all weekend. Snow, wind, and cold. Just the way football is meant to be played. I love that. John Swain with the $5. Thank you so much. Wait, there are meaningful games. Say hi. I didn't notice. Go Browns. Must be nice. I shouldn't say that. Browns fans have suffered. But man, yeah, it stinks being on the outside. It stinks. I'm used to the feeling, but it stinks every year when we are. It stinks every year. Oh, I'm doing the Texans game. I'm doing all the games. I said the playoff schedule was to be determined based on the schedule, based on the Jaguars. But obviously we're out, so I'm doing all the games. You're not going to be able to watch it? That stinks. Oh, man. Your team's in the playoffs, you can't watch it. Oh, man. That's a bummer. That's why I love doing this job. It's like I will never miss any of my games my team plays. I would say Buck hate, it's definitely subsided over the last decade. I think there was definitely some things about he blew big calls because he didn't want to get excited. And then there was obviously nepotism and whatnot that people were talking about. So I think it was he never really screwed up. He never really made a catastrophic blunder. People just didn't like the way he talked and the way he showed excitement. He was trying to be unbiased and neutral. But I think he realized after, okay, look, if I loosen up, I'm fine. If I loosen up, I can show excitement when good stuff happens. I can see that. Mathtron 5000 with a 2. Thank you so much. Who do you think wins Coach of the Year? D'Amico or Stefanski? I think Stefanski. Look, you do this with 5 quarterbacks. Really 4. I mean, they didn't have to play Driscoll today, but you do this with 5 quarterbacks. Or 4, however you want to say. You deserve to win Coach of the Year. Quarterback-driven league, you do that with all those quarterbacks in that division. A division where every team finishes above 500. Yeah, you deserve Coach of the Year. Walker James with a $5. Thank you so much. Still can't believe the Lions are hosting a primetime playoff game for the first time in your lifetime. Well, really, first time ever. There were no primetime playoff games back in the day. This is the first time ever they're hosting a primetime playoff game. And, first time hosting a playoff game since the 90s, since the Lions-Packers game, the Sterling Sharp game. But, yeah. But crazy. YouTube TV is locked to my parents' zip code and since I'm in Maine, I can't use... Oh. Really? But you get a wall antenna. It's on NBC. Wait, just get a wall antenna. Why not do that? Just get a wall antenna. Just all you need is NBC. It's not on Peacock. It's on NBC. Just get a wall antenna. It costs like $10. And just do that. And just do that. If that's the reason you can't watch, just do that. I thought it was like work related. If it's about not being able to watch, just get a wall antenna. Primetime playoff games, they began in 2001. 2001 was the first year. Because Patriots, Raiders, the Tuck Rule game, that was primetime. That was the first time they did it. Oh yeah, Jags are a little close. It's not even close. It's not even close. Morrow's, yeah, he's not a football announcer. Yeah, he won't be replacing Buck. The last time a game ended with fans rushing the field, it was 98. Cardinals against the Chargers. Cardinals-Chargers. Only computer monitors. Oh, that stinks. I mean, you can... There are probably some streams out there that you could go to, but... I can't recommend them on stream, but... There's definitely some places that show NBC. Or I think you could... I think if you pay for Peacock, you get your local NBC affiliate. So just get the trial of Peacock. You could do that. Did they rush the field in Brown Steelers 02? I don't remember if they did that. I know Cardinals game they did in 98. Favorite Dave Ragone moments. That's a blast from the past. How many people are in the stream? Holy cow, there's 268 in the stream. Holy cow. I was not I'm not even checking how many are. Holy cow. Usually we get about like 80 for these streams. But it's still great. Yeah, look, let me see if you do Peacock. I didn't know we were at 270. Holy cow. This is going to be... Oof. This is going to be interesting. Patriots Raiders, what was that memorable? Nothing really happened in that game. I mean, there was... Tom Brady fumbled at the end, but... Other than that, nothing really happened. NBC has 3 games. That's just the way it was designed, because they don't have any... That's just the way the TV contracts work. We jump from Brusty, maybe. Maybe? Dave, we're going film analysis. Oh, boy. I mean, yeah, NBC, they had to, and then they were like, hey, we'll give you $110 million for the Peacock game. Do you want to do it? And they're like, yeah. We'll do it. All right. Crushing with these big streams. Yeah, it's... I guess people want to hear my pain. And we will get to that. We will get to that. Oh, they clamped down on field rushing because it damages the field and because you don't know what these fans are going to do. College kids, it's different because college kids are just drunk and kids. They want to party with their friends. But professional, 40-year-old men rushing the field, grown men, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. So I get it. ABC hosts Super Bowl? Yeah, they're going to get one in a few years. They're part of the rotation again. I think, 2026 they've got one? I think 2026 they've got one? No, they didn't rush the field during Battlegate. They would have... There was no reports about them rushing the field. There was no reports about that. Yeah, Davis Johnson, Eagle Davis. Yeah, I hate that for Eagle Davis at least. Joe Davis, Moose. I'm not crazy about Joe Davis for football. Yeah, I rushed the field when ASU beat Oregon in 2019. Should T-Love have sat? Well, hindsight's 2020. I wanted him to play, so I can't say otherwise. 2027. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's one of these years. Oh, I remember that game, the App State Troy game. I do remember that. Yeah, there was no field rushing for that. All right. I think it's time. Oh, God. I think it's time. Worst moment in Jags history. Oh, we're getting to that. John Swain with the tenor. Thank you so much. I'll be here for all the playoff streams. We'll be working at Amazon all weekend. I can't watch any games, so go Browns. Woof, woof. Thank you for the tenor, man. Thank you for the tenor. Be here for all the streams. That's awesome. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. And if you can't watch any of the games, man, that stinks if you can't watch your Browns play. That stinks. All right. Here we go. Here we go. It's gonna get ugly. I have no clue what is gonna happen here. Yeah, my voice is shot, so I don't know how loud it's gonna be. I don't know where this is taking me, but we're gonna find out. My vocal cords will hate me in about 20 minutes. Man. There's no real sadness about this. I think that's the worst part. I felt sad about games before. I felt sad many times after games. 2009 broke my heart. The Colts game. David Garrard overthrows Mercedes Lewis on Thursday Night Football. We lose. 2006. Garrard fumbles against the Pats as we're driving. Ends our playoff chances really right then and there, although we could have beat the Chiefs and got in. 2010, the onside kick for a touchdown against the Colts. 2017, the ending to the AFC Championship. Last year, the Agnew fumble. I've been sad after losses that are catastrophic, that end the season, essentially. There's no sadness here. I think that's the worst part. It's just nothing but anger. Nothing but anger. Nothing but anger. That was pathetic. That was just flat out pathetic. And the sad part is we all saw it coming a mile away. We all saw it coming a mile away. Every Jags fan could have told you the same exact thing. Every Jags fan could have told you the exact same thing. We were not winning that game. I said it from the start. It had nothing to do with the streak, although that definitely played a part in it. Every Jags fan could have told you. After the Bucs game, even after the Ravens game, we were not making the playoffs. Marvin Team with the 2, thank you so much. Celebration diarrhea after the Texans won. I don't blame you one bit. I don't blame you one bit, man. It's a good one for them. Good one for them. I mean, where do I even begin? Where do I even begin with this? I guess, not even looking at the worst part. I mean, there's a lot of bad parts. There's a lot of bad parts. Was that the Titans did nothing special? The Titans did nothing special today. They really didn't. Tannehill didn't complete passes more than 15 yards down the field. Wasn't making any wow plays. We just allowed 28 because you're going to tackle. We had no gap control whatsoever. This game was just a train wreck that we all saw coming a mile away. We all saw it coming. The only good thing is that at least if this team made the playoffs somehow, they would have got curb stomped. That's at least the only good thing. I don't have to spend money flying out to watch this joke of a team. Look, you were 8-3. And not just 8-3. 8-3 with an easy schedule. Let's just call it for what it is. An easy schedule. You had to play 3 backup quarterbacks. And Bryce Young on the worst team in football. That's what it comes down to. You had to play 3 backup quarterbacks and Bryce Young on the worst team in football. Ravens, yeah, tough team. Bucks, good team, don't get me wrong. You just had to win 2 of those games. 2 games. You're telling me you couldn't win more than 1. More than 1. You couldn't win more than 1. It's pathetic. This defense, completely downhill. Just forgot how to tackle. Tyson Campbell, I don't know what happened to him. He is now one of the worst cornerbacks in football. I'm not worried about him going into next season. I'm really not. He was dealing with an injury, and he was a top 5 corner last season. But this year, he was garbage. And look, this is not overreaction. It is not an overreaction. Because I've said it for a while. This is not like I was saying Doug Peterson, Coach of the Year candidate, and now I'm saying I want him gone. I've said this for a while now. Everyone needs to go. Everyone. GM, head coach, coordinators, everyone needs to go. The hubris, the overconfidence of this team in the offseason was shocking. I don't want to say shocking because I had a feeling it was coming, but shockingly horrible for a competent organization. This team won 9 games last year. Look. Last year was great. Last year was phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. Last year was phenomenal. But if you look back, you peel back the curtain, this was not a Super Bowl team. This was not a team that was one play away from winning it all. This was a 9-win team that the final week of the season, the only reason they got in, they beat a third-string quarterback who was on the team for a week, and the only reason they beat him was because... the only reason they beat him was because of the fumble. The fumble that could have been a completed pass. I don't know. It could have been a complete pass. This was a 500 team. This was a 500 team last year that fell behind 27-0 to the Chargers in the wildcard round. And we decided, run it back without any major additions. No major additions. Free agency, we got no one. We got no one in free agency. We got a third-string running back in Dearness Johnson. We got Michael Dalby, who didn't make the roster. We did nothing. Yeah, and everyone got hurt. Everyone got hurt on the Titans. That's the only reason we made it. The Titans, everyone got hurt on that team. And they had Arthur, and they had a horrible offensive coordinator. Horrible. I'm blanking on the name, but he was absolutely terrible. It wasn't Arthur Smith. It was, this guy got arrested for DUI. But that's beside the point. The draft. Okay, first round pick, you draft a right tackle. Okay, that makes sense. Second round pick, let's draft a third string tight end. We have Evan Ingram. We have Luke Farrell. We got our 1 and 2. Let's draft a 3. Second round pick, let's draft a 3. Third round pick, let's draft a third string running back. Jeez, look at what the Lions did. Look what the Lions did the first rounds. They actually tried to draft starters in depth. We drafted guys that were never going to start. Yeah, Todd Downing. It's not even that we drafted guys that never worked out. Because again, Tank Bigsby, he came on the final month of the season. I like Tank Bigsby. I think he actually improved a lot. I think he could be a good backup running back, a good 1-2 punch with ETN. Believe me. We drafted luxury picks on day 2 with a 9-win team the year before. Then day 3, we had all these draft picks. We traded down in the first round multiple times. We had all these day 3 picks. We weren't going to do anything with them. We had 9 day 3 picks. What are we going to do with 9 day 3 picks with this team? Look, day 3 picks, having 9 of them, it works if you are a bad football team. I'm not saying the Jags are a bad team, but if you have no depth whatsoever, no talent, you're a 3-win team, 4-win team, you just want to fill out the roster, yeah, day 3 picks, find some gems, why not? But no, we kept them all. We kept all the picks, and what did it give us? Nothing. He gave us Antonio Johnson, who'll be a starter next year, but that's it. Half the guys didn't make the roster. Shocker. I mean, how do you botch the offseason that badly? We all saw it coming. It's like we got no veterans in the offseason that could improve the pass rush that was inconsistent. No veterans potentially improve the wide receivers. We got no one. Luxury picks, I mean picks that were never going to start. So, Brennan Strange, no matter how good he was never going to start. Evan Ingram was always the number 1 tight end. Tank Bigsby, no matter how good he was never going to start. Travis Etienne was always the one. Usually you draft guys in round 2 that could start, potentially. Competing for the starting job. Yeah, Abdullah was a healthy scratch. Half the guys that make the team on day 3. It's nuts. It's insanity. Absolute insanity. We did nothing for a 9-win team. It's not like we won the Super Bowl the year before. We ran it back with a team that very nearly won 8 games last year. It would have been 8 if the Titans had a healthy quarterback the final week of the season. We ran it back with the same roster. That's on the front office. And here's the thing. If you're going to run it back, you need improvement with the players you have. And that's the responsibility of a coach. A coach is responsible for improving players. Take the talent you have, improve them, find out their strengths, their weaknesses, improve them. Who improved on this team? Who improved? We returned like 40 guys. There's like 4 of them that improved. Darius Williams improved from year to year. I'll give you him. Josh Allen improved year to year. I'll give you him. Trayvon Walker improved year to year. I'll give you him. Evan Ingram improved. I'll give you that. 4 players. We returned like 40 guys. 10% of the roster improved. Everyone else either stayed the same or got worse. So you ran it back, you signed no one, you drafted no one, you drafted backups, and guys that we all knew weren't going to make the team, and then no one improved. It's insanity. It is absolute insanity. Cisco, I think, stayed the same. Kirk stayed the same. Cisco stayed the same. Foye stayed the same. Like, a lot of guys got worse. Like, we all knew the interior of the line was a problem. We did nothing to improve that. Luke Fortner, he's trash. Brandon Sheriff, injured. And also, blocking was inconsistent. The interior of the line was not good. We all saw that coming. It's so bad. So bad. And then he gives play calling to Press Taylor, who does some of the dumbest calls. Like today, the 3rd and goal. You have the ball at the 1-yard line. You drafted Tank Bigsby for up the middle. You drafted him as a goal line back. You're like, you know what, Travis Etienne, you're not a goal line back. Let's draft a goal line back. You don't give him a single run. 3rd and goal. 4th and goal. I'm fine with the 4th and goal call, the QB sneak. 3rd and goal. Let's call a rollout play that eliminates half the field. Let's do that. Genius. Just waste it down. Just waste it down like that. Just waste it down. It's insane. And like defensively, how many times this season, the first drive, the other team just marched down the field? How many times? The final 5 games this season. Look at the final 5 games. How many times did they just march down the field? Today, Titans scored on the first drive. Titans scored a touchdown on the very first drive. Last week, the Panthers, they would have gotten 3 if they had a kicker. They got down to the red zone. Their kicker got injured before the game. Otherwise, they would have kicked the field goal. They drove down the field with ease. Buccaneers game, touchdown. No opposition whatsoever. Browns game, miscommunication, touchdown. Ravens game, field goal. Like, every single time, they just march down the field. And every time this defense needs to get a stop, they don't. Was there any time this season the defense got a clutch stop? Was there any time this season? Honestly, any time that they got a clutch stop. The Saints game? That wasn't even a clutch stop. They let him drive right down the field, and Moreau dropped the pass in the back of the end zone. That's not a stop. That's a thing shooting themselves in the foot. That's not a stop. You got lucky. Defense couldn't tackle. No gap integrity whatsoever. Couldn't get any big stops this whole season. That's coaching. Press Taylor, horrible play calling. All season. Players, I mean, jeez. We all saw it coming, too. We all saw it coming. And you know what the worst part is? Nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to change whatsoever. If you think anything's changing, you're crazy. Nothing's changing. We're going to run it back next year because we had a winning record. We're going to run it back next year as though nothing happened. As though this was a fluke. This was not a fluke. No, the 8-3 was the fluke, not the 1-5. But you know what? The cons are going to think that the 1-5 was the fluke, not the 8-3. Not the 8-3, but we all know the 8-3 was a fluke. We all know it. If you watch the games, you know the 8-3 was a fluke. You know it. They didn't play well. The 8-3 was a fluke. Because here's the thing. The cons don't fire people. Everyone has a ridiculously long leash there. Loyal to a fault. Khan does nothing. No one gets fired. Dave Caldwell lasted 8 years. How many first-round picks did he waste? He lasted 8 years. Gus Bradley, 14 wins in 4 years. He should have been fired after year 3. Maybe year 2. Nothing. How many guys does he keep on? Doug Marrone should have been fired for 2019. Nope, gonna keep on for 2020. See how that worked out. Trent Baalke, I mean, whew, how many draft picks did you waste this year? How many draft picks did you waste? Nothing's going to change. Why would anything change? Why would anything change? The only time look, I'm not counting 2012 because Michael Clark got fired after 2012, one season. Shad Khan said I wasn't going to do anything for the first year. I'm just going to let football people do their thing, and then I'm going to put in my changes in 2013. So I don't count that. I count the real start of his tenureship in 2013. He doesn't fire people. He doesn't fire people at all. Everything just stays exactly the same. Exactly the same until it gets to a point of no return. Urban Meyer is the exception to the rule because he backstabbed Khan. He lied to his face. He grinded on another woman. He assaulted a player. It was past the point of no return. He doesn't do anything until it's past the point of no return. If you're a halfway decent person, you're safe. You're safe way longer. That's why I think Jacksonville's the best job in America. Coaching the Jaguars is the best job in America because whatever your leash would be with any other team, it's double that here. As long as you're a halfway decent person, it's double that. It's insanity. So, Peterson's going to stay on. He should be fired. No one improved. He gave play calling duties. He lived by his staff. He's loyal to his staff to a fault. That was what killed him in Philly. Killed him here. Nothing's going to change there. He's stubborn like that. He's in his ways. He's been coaching for a decade. You know what you're getting with him. Baalke's not going anywhere. They have back-to-back winning records. Why would he go anywhere? Khan's had one winning record in his first 10 seasons. One record in his first 10 seasons. He's got 2 in the last 2 years. He's not going anywhere. Khan thinks the season was a success. It's like, oh, we won 18 games in the last 2 years after we won like 18 my first 5? We won 6. They won, what, 17 their first 5 games. First 5 years they won 17 games. Last 2 years they won 18. Khan's going to be like, that's a win. That's a win. Why would I change anything? Why would I change anything whatsoever? Why would I change anything? John Smith with the Fiver, thank you so much. Browns fan, let me get some words of inspiration for you for next year that I learned from the Cowboys Super Bowl next year. Yeah. Now, this team's going to run it back. We're going to be a 5-12 team next year. We're going to run it back. Nothing's going to change whatsoever. Doug is loyal to Press Taylor to a fault, so why would he fire Press Taylor? Why would he fire his buddy like that? He's not going to fire Mike Caldwell. He's not going to fire his coordinators. The only way that you lose a coordinator under Doug Peterson is if they go to greener pastures and become a head coach somewhere else. It's the only way they do. It's the only way they do. It's the only way it happens. Though the FLPA report, that was with Urban, and that was with Urban. So, it's different now. And that was before the facility. The new facility has changed things. So, nothing's changing with this team. Do you expect anything for Black Monday? No. For the Jags? No. Baalke's going to come back. Peterson's coming back. Press Taylor's coming back. Mike Caldwell's coming back. We're going to run it back next year. We're going to change absolutely nothing. We maybe get a receiver or something. We get one player. And it's over. It is over. This is Houston's division now. This is Houston's division. You know what the worst part is? We have nothing to fall back on. We have nothing to fall back on whatsoever. It's the worst part about this. Like every other team right now, there's 31 other teams in football. If your team misses the playoffs, you at least have... Oh, we had that season where he made the Super Bowl. We at least... Remember this year we made the Super Bowl? Look at all the memories we had. Now, there are 3 teams that haven't made it besides us. They're all in the playoffs. They can hope. They can have expectations for this. We're like, you know what? This is a fun season. We're in the playoffs. Let's ride. We'll have this to look forward to. What do we have to look forward to? You have a quarterback on a rookie contract. He's about to leave his rookie contract. There are some question marks now. We have a coach that doesn't know what he's doing. A GM that doesn't know what he's doing. We've got ownership that doesn't know what they're doing. We got no Super Bowl appearance. We have nothing. We have nothing to fall back on. This is just our life. It's every year with this team. Every year we're either not playing competitive football at the end or we're collapsing. 2004, 2006, we were 8-5 and 8-8. 09, 7-5, and the season's 7-9. 2010, 8-5, lost the final 3. Every other season, pretty much meaningless football in December. So yeah, every time we've been a halfway decent season, just collapsed down the stretch. It's just the Jaguars' way. It's either it means nothing, or we just choke down the stretch. This is one of those scenarios where heads have to roll, but I know they won't. I know Khan won't make the change. He doesn't fire people. He got scared off from Fulham. He got scared off the year. You know why he doesn't fire people? Because he got scared off with Fulham. First year he bought Fulham, he had 3 managers. Fire the first one, then fire the second one. They got relegated. He thought firing would make a difference, and it didn't. And he's like, he took the exact opposite approach. And ever since, you're seeing how that's going with Jacksonville. You're seeing how that's going. We had a few wasted seasons as a result. I mean, do you really see this team doing anything next year? Do you really see this team doing anything? There's nothing this team can do. Now they keep the current staff, so we're just going to run it back, just like we always do. Just like we always do. Nothing's going to change. You know what also stinks is that you have these fan bases that take playoff appearances for granted. Like Pittsburgh fans, it's like there are some Pittsburgh fans, it's like, I can't believe we made the playoffs. Like, I don't want to make the playoffs. Like, it shows like we're complacent and nothing's going to change. You still made the playoffs. I get it. You're probably not winning this year, but you still made the playoffs. You know how much I would kill for a playoff appearance? I've got my whole life without making the playoffs, really. How much I would kill for one of those? You have these fans that just take it for granted. It sucks. There's no other way to say it. There's no other way to say it. This was supposed to be the year. At the very least, a year to compete. At the very least, a year for the division. At the very least, the Titans were in free fall. Texans and Colts had rookie quarterbacks. At the very least, this was supposed to be the year for the division. And now we are number 4. I don't think we're number 3. I think we're number 4. Because the Titans, they got a foundation there. Especially if Levis is the guy, they got a foundation. They got a foundation. Colts, again, I don't know what Richardson has, but Steichen's a heck of a coach. And Texans are obvious. They got the franchise guy with Stroud. They got a great team. Like, I don't even know what else to say. I don't know what else to say at this point. This team is a mess. This team's a joke. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. The team is a mess. If we're even playing meaningful football in Week 18 next year, I'll be shocked. I really will be. I'll be shocked if we're playing meaningful football in Week 18. If we keep the staff the way that it is, keep the players the way that they are, yeah, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're just not. All right. Let's see. That ends the rant. And it is official. Arthur Blank has announced Arthur Smith has been fired. It's the right call. It's the right call. Look, Arthur Smith misused talent. Arthur Smith misused so much talent. He was terrible last year at managing the clock in in-game situations. Had some questionable calls this year. I didn't do a video on it just because I didn't have time. But he had some bad decisions this year. I said last year, too. Everyone was thinking Atlanta to win the division. I said, look, you don't know how bad Arthur Smith is. You haven't watched Falcons, probably, because they haven't been on national TV. But trust me, you don't know how bad Arthur Smith is. He had to go. That team has too much talent to be where they are. It's the right call. Really, that team is a quarterback away. And a good coach. Bring back a trade. Oh, God, no. God, no. God, no. It's always next year. I've heard that for so long. It's never going to happen. It's never happened at this point. It's never happening. Look, my whole life, since I've been a fan for 2 decades now, we've never had back-to-back playoff appearances. This is the first time I've seen back-to-back winning seasons in my life. Yeah, Jags were on 18-16, and they'll keep them because of a winning record. Yeah. No, 18-16 is a success for the Cons. Look, they have back-to-back number 1 picks. You have back-to-back seasons with the number 1 pick. You were 1-15, and then you were 3-14. You have back-to-back seasons with the number 1 pick. And now you have winning record the last 2 years. Meaningful football, both Week 18s. Peterson's probably got a lifetime deal. Probably got a lifetime deal. It's insane. You know what the sad part is? The sad part is that, again, there was a 5-year stretch where we won 17 games. This is my life as a fan. We had a 5-year stretch. from 2012 to 2016 where we won 17 games. 17 games in 5 years. So, 18 wins in 2 years. Nothing's going to change, even though it should. Even though any competent organization would make the changes, but they're not going to. They won't. They won't do it. They won't do it. You know what's going to happen probably? They'll go 5-12 next year. We're going to keep everyone on, maybe fire a coordinator next year. And keep everyone another year. I'll say if this team wins 10 games over the next 2 years, I'll be shocked. I really will be. Now with the current staff, now with the current GM, this team wins 10 games over the next 2 years, I'll be shocked. This team can't. This is not good. It's just not good. It's just not good. I'll be shocked. They're not going to fire anyone. No. That might be like position coach changes, but that's as far as we're getting. Pearson was 5-12. He's gone? Nah, I don't think so. Gus Bradley was 14-48 before they fired him. One losing season in 3 years will not make Khan make any changes. He won't do it. One losing season in 3 years won't make any changes. Because Khan's had a losing season every year but one before Pearson came on. Still in charge of the Jags? Fire everyone. Fire everyone. Now, why are they admit they were 1-5 the final 6? They're going to run it back. The Jags are just going to run it back next year with the same talent, the same flaws. No, Flus is safe. Flus is safe. He didn't have a top QB prospect, but he drafted one. He drafted quarterback first overall, or first round pick. 2015, 2016, he should have. He was a bad coach in 2016 too, in 2015. I mean, nothing's going to change. And again, this is on the rookie contract. It's only going to get worse when Trevor becomes the highest paid quarterback in football. You can't fire the owner. It's only going to get worse when Trevor becomes the highest paid quarterback in football. I'm not saying he deserves it, but again, that's just how it works. If you sign a quarterback, re-sign a quarterback, you make him the highest paid. Jags, I think they get 16, 17? Bring back Vrabel. I don't think that was a mistake. No, I think that was different. Because that wasn't on coaching. That was just Todd Downing was terrible. You have to get rid of Downing. That wasn't on Vrabel. Vrabel, that team was devoid of talent. That was bad GMing. That team was devoid of talent. Vrabel gets the most out of nothing. He does a good job getting something out of nothing. Pearson does not do that. The Trevor injury, minimal. Honestly, minimal. Honestly, it was pretty minimal. I'm not sure. Look, this one wasn't on Trevor today. We put up 20. You can't allow 28 to the Titans. Trevor plays well against the Bucks. We're not stopping the Bucks from scoring. Trevor plays well against the Browns. We're not stopping the Browns putting what 30 or whatever it was. No, the injury made no difference. Doesn't change the fact that the defense laid an egg. Egginator with a 5. Thank you so much. Arthur Smith out in Atlanta. Luke should be their next head coach. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's happening anytime soon. I think they're going to go to Idaho. Why do you want to leave the Kimmy Dome, too? Kimmy Dome's goated. Why do you want to leave that? No, Titans aren't firing Vrabel. I don't think they're firing Vrabel. Yeah, Allen should go, but they're not going to fire him. They're not going to fire Allen. That's the same boat. They're going to be complacent. They're going to be complacent. They're not as bad as other teams. That's not the bar we should set for ourselves, though. That's not as bad as other. We were 1-5. We were 1-5 in the final 6, playing backup quarterbacks for the final 6 games, or 3 of the final 6, and then Bryce Young. Henry, I think, will go. If Belichick goes to the Chargers, I think he goes to the Chargers. Look, Vrabel's a heck of a coach. Look, Vrabel's a heck of a coach. Most unexpected hire ever? From what I remember, Lou Holtz was pretty unexpected. I remember Lou Holtz was pretty unexpected. Yeah, leave the Harbaugh going. I said if Belichick goes to the Chargers, Henry goes to the Chargers. I don't know if Belichick goes to the Chargers, so I don't know. Coughlin didn't tolerate failure. He didn't tolerate, but obviously you can't bring him back because he destroyed his legacy. Yeah, Jags are a better team than the Steelers. Didn't break that way. Yeah, but not the second half of the season. If we played our potential, but we don't. We don't because we have bad coaches. If we played our potential, but we don't. McComber? I mean, I don't know. I think it's gonna be worth. I'll see you on Monday. Because Monday we will know what happens, and I'm expecting no one to get fired. Yeah, Kirk MVP. Yeah, I have no problem with that. Eagles, they're toast. They're not making it past the divisional round at least. They might beat the Bucks, but no. Look, Trevor's still the guy. He's still the guy. Trevor's still the guy. 100%. My confidence has not wavered in Trevor. He was hurt, and not an excuse, but you could clearly tell after the injury he was not the same. I know what bad quarterback play is like. I've watched it for a decade with this team. Carol the Hawks, yeah, that's a good one. Look, I've watched it for a decade with this team. This is not bad quarterback play. Trust me. Trevor's not the problem. Sirianni, no, his coordinators are, though. Trevor needs a different OC to gel with. Oh, he needs it. Yeah, definitely. An interior line would help so that there's actually a running game. Thoughts on the Watt injury? It stinks. Definitely a big blow to the Steelers defense. Stinks for him, but grade 2 MCL is not the worst. Could have been a lot worse. Grade 2 MCL could have been a lot worse. I also make it very clear, I'm not angry at any other team. It's the Jaguars. I'm not angry at other teams for not, I'm not angry at the Ravens for not beating the Steelers and getting us in the playoffs. Not angry at the refs, not angry at anything like that. It's the Jags for doing this, where we all saw this coming, but not the organization. So everyone saw this coming except the organization. Everyone saw this coming except for us. Yeah, clock match. Yeah, I'll do dumb decision on the Packers. We're gonna do that for sure. We're doing that for sure. Most shocking Black Monday firing. Yeah, if we're not counting, I'd say Schottenheimer. Yeah, Lovie Smith was also a pretty shocking one. You wouldn't want wildcard spot? Oh, I would. Look, I barely see this team in the playoffs. I just want to get into the dance. I have no problem. No problem getting a wildcard spot. I just want to make the playoffs. Oh, it's a bit stuffy. I go. I mean, we play like garbage. I wouldn't want to get in that way, but you get in, you get in. Yeah, Brad Johnson's gone regardless. Sirianni, he's not getting fired. I don't think he will. I'd be shocked if for 2 seasons he's ever got the guy to the Super Bowl last year. Now, granted, he's got to figure out the coordinator situation because he hired good coordinators the first year. Second year, obviously, they both left for head coaching jobs. Then that was Tice. Green was gone by that point. Does Houston win the division if they didn't change the head coaches last up? No, I don't think Lovie Smith gets him there. At all. Yeah, why do we always stamp out with crap a lot? Yep, I'm right there with you. Any playoff coach is getting fired. If McCarthy does something stupid, maybe. I mean really stupid. Like, a loss won't be enough. But if they lose because McCarthy calls the stupidest play of all time, maybe. But other than that, I don't think any playoff coaches are gone. Antonio Pierce, head coaching job full-time? I think so. He's earned the right. Look, his clock management's a bit iffy, but he got this team fired up. You got this team playing, especially defensively. They're playing lights out. Players love him. Mark Davis loves him. He'll get the job. Right now, I got Ravens Niners. I think they're a class above everyone else. Yeah, the Bills OC got fired. How does Prescott get the job? Because we are complacent. Because Doug Peterson is loyal to his staff to a fault. He's tied to Press Taylor. So you have a problem in Philly? That's why he got fired. It's gonna be why he should get fired with any competent organization, but he won't be. Because we don't fire people. We don't fire people. Oh, I didn't expect anything with Ritter. I didn't expect anything with Ritter in the draft. Could a playoff team fire a coach in a bid to get Belichick? Only if you're dead confident that you can get him. Very few teams, I would say, fire a coach for Belichick. The next Panthers coach, that's a tough gig, too. You got to really like Bryce Young to take that job. You got to really like Bryce Young. And I don't know if you can like Bryce Young after what I saw. I mean, granted, he was not the main issue today. There was some drops. Thielen had a bad drop on an out route. Obviously, the Chark play. But the pocket presence is not there. The arm strength is not there. You don't have the draft capital at all. You might be screwed. If you're Carolina, you might be screwed. You might get the last pick of your coaches. Bisaccia, no, I think that ship is sailed. I think it's going to be Pierce. Possible the playoff games can be blowouts with the exception of the Super Bowl? No, I don't see it. I think Lions-Rams will be a very good game. I think Lions-Rams could be very good. Dark horse team, Browns. Browns with that defense. If Flacco plays like he has last month, doesn't turn the ball over, watch out. Watch out. Look, I wouldn't hate Belichick. If Belichick wants to come here, as long as he's not the GM, I would take him in a heartbeat. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Tepper is not getting good candidates. He's not getting good candidates. A young George Costanza, I could see it. I could see it. Belichick can place a call. He won't be DC, no. He'll be head coach. Belichick's not going to take a defense coordinator job. No chance. If Belichick's fired, who replaces him? They were talking about Mayo. They were talking about Jerron Mayo. Maybe if the vacancy opens, maybe they try and trade for Vrabel. I don't know. They could try and trade for Vrabel. Yeah. I think Vrabel, they have to get around that because obviously you had the whole Jets-Pats situation with Belichick. But I think Jonathan Jones is talking about Mayo, potentially. I don't know about that, but Harbaugh Jacksonville, I would love that. Look, just not Doug Peterson. Jags GM, honestly, the Lions front office did some great things. Get something from the Lions front office. The enemy, no chance. No chance. Rank the openings. So what we got? Falcons. I'm assuming the Raiders are going to keep Antonio Pierce. So, Falcons, Chargers. What we got? Falcons, Chargers, Commanders, Panthers. Am I missing anyone? Am I missing anyone? Falcons, Commanders, Chargers, and the Panthers. Rank the openings. Chargers 1, Falcons 1, Chargers 2, Commanders 3, Panthers distant 4. Distant 4. Panthers are a bad gig. Panthers are a very bad gig. Again, you have to really like Bryce Young to want that job. You have to really like Bryce Young. Dark horse seems to make a move on Black Monday. Not the Pats. Todd Bulls, they're not firing Bulls. No, they made the playoffs. Saints are safe. Cardinals are not firing Gannon. No, the Cardinals are a dark horse next year. Honestly, the Cards were like a 500 team with Kyler Murray. They're a dark horse next year. I don't think there's going to be a surprise firing this year. If there is going to be one... Oh, jeez. If there is going to be one, I would say probably the There is going to be one, I would say, maybe the Seahawks part ways with Pete Carroll, but I don't see it. Harbaugh the Bears? No. No, I don't see Harbaugh the Bears. I don't think they're firing Eberflus. I don't think they're firing. Sewell guy? Yeah, he's the guy going forward. Believe me, he was not the issue this year. T-Law could have played like Mahomes the final 5 games. Doesn't change the defense being bad. We still go 0-5. What GMs have been? Hopefully bulky, but that won't happen. Question is, does anything change in Atlanta besides Arthur Smith? Gannon and AZ won't... Look, they were not terrible the second half of the season. Honestly, the Cards, they might have a decent future. Yeah, Steph is safe on the Jets. They already announced that a few weeks ago. Rank the Texans turnaround among the best. It's up there. Top 10. It's up there, top 10 for sure. You're looking at teams like the 08 Finns. 99 Rams have to be number 1. 01 Pats are up there, but... You know, it's a good turnaround. It was a big turnaround. You know, Cards... Watch out for the Cards next year. Watch out for the Cardinals. They could be like an 8-win team. Basically announced Tim McKay's staying tonight. Oh, wait. The search is led by McKay. Yep. And the GM is staying. Yep, so... Alright, so they're all... So they're going for... They're not doing a clean reset. Which I think is the right play. I think that job is attractive enough. They built talent. They just have a bad coach. Ron Rivera next, he's had his birthday, pretty much. Who the Chargers go get? I mean, the number 1 name for everyone is going to be Ben Johnson. That's the number 1 name for everyone. The Chargers will go for Harbaugh. They'll go for Harbaugh. If they can't get him... So the Chargers were also trying to get Urban Meyer a few years ago. They were trying to get Urban. So they have no problem going to the college ranks. Remember the Jags minus the 95 Rares? That's a good comparison. And we saw the Rares were middle to mediocrity. And then they had to fire their coach. And only then did things change. But they're not going to. Where should Henry go post-Titans? Wherever Belichick goes. I mean, I don't see why you would leave... Like, I don't see why Titans would bring him back, honestly. I mean, I want him gone. I'd be very happy if he's gone. But... Look, you gotta... I'm not sure Spears... Because Spears is explosive. I'm not sure he's a 3-down back. Henry and Spears, I think that's a great 1-2 punch. So, I don't think he should leave Tennessee. I don't think the Titans should let go of him. But, I hope he's gone. I don't want to face him again. Did Balky run the Niners into the ground? Definitely didn't help matters. He's going to run the Jags into the ground. Yeah, Lenny needs more Johnny Smith jet sweeps. It didn't work the first 20 times. It didn't work this time. Yeah, Jeff Fisher could lead the Panthers to a huge 7-9. Really just get to the hump and then fire him immediately. You could do that. Get Jeff Fisher on and then fire him after 1 year. A year, like 500. And you know, 500 might be enough to win a division. Might be enough to win a bad division. Yeah, 95 was the first season in Oakland. Back for them. They moved after the 1981 season. Heck, I'll take seven wins next year. We're not gonna get that many. I'm telling you, we're not gonna get that many. What teams would dump their coach for Belichick? It depends on the GM. It really depends. Assuming he doesn't take over GM duties, assuming he's fine keeping that separate, a lot of teams. At least 20. Belichick, college football, no way. It is worse in college football than the NFL. Belichick does not want to deal with transfer portal nonsense and recruiting kids and the whole year-round cycle. Trust me, Belichick does not want to do that. Mike Halmer now? No, not really. Not really. Mike McDonald, hired as a head coach. We'll see. I don't think there's going to be any vacancies. That's the problem. If Ben Johnson gets one and Harbaugh gets the other, assuming Pierce gets one, like there's going to be 2 left. It's going to be a very competitive field for 2 spots. A very competitive field for 2 spots. Yeah, Fisher's only brought in to deal with relocations. Yeah, Belichick in college, yeah, he would be... Yeah, it'd be bad. Who'll be in the Tank Bowl running next season? Us. Look, if we run it back, I don't see how we're not going to be in the Tank Bowl conversation. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't see how we wouldn't be in the Tank Bowl conversation. You go 1-5 the final 6, you've earned the right to be in the Tank Bowl conversation. Especially with that division, that schedule. We played the NFC North. Tough division. Played the Eagles. Second place team. You have a second place schedule. Yeah. We're not winning games. We're going to be in the Tank Bowl. We're going to be in the Tank Bowl for sure. Which OC, I don't know who the head coach is going to be. Really, I would get rid of everyone, and then it depends on who the head coach would be, who he's comfortable with. Because Pierce is not going to make the change. Where was I with this? Ben Johnson, I think Atlanta's a better fit for him. How more years does Belichick have left in coaching? Probably 5. Probably 5. No, Belichick, look, defensively, he's still a genius. He's still a mastermind defensively as a genius. I really don't have an issue with Belichick as a coach. GM is the issue. I've watched a lot of Pats games this year. Belichick as a coach is fine. I really don't have any issue with him. Which higher seed team is most vulnerable to an upset? I guess the Bucks, if the Eagles can get their act together. I guess the Bucks. Why has the portal gotten more interesting recently? A lot of it has to do with the COVID year. So the NCAA is grading a lot of 6-year, 7th-year, 8-year players. So there's not a lot of spots left. So that's why. Part of it, at least. Also, they got rid of the one-time transfer. They got rid of the restrictions, so you don't have to sit out a year. So yeah, Tank Bowl, Jags, Panthers going to be in it because I'm not sold on Bryce Young at all. Who else is going to be in the Tank Bowl next year? I don't know if the Vikings do a quarterback, so we'll see there. Depends on what the Vikings do at QB. Then Patriots again. I don't know what the situation is going to be like in New England, but it could be a rough road ahead. Wink Martindale gone. I think he's going to be safe for another year. The defense played a bit better the second half of the year than the first half. I think it's going to be safe. Even if Trevor stays healthy all season, you think the Jags win less than 8? Yeah. Because we're not going to make any changes. We're just going to run it back. We're just running it back. We're going to be complacent. And the 1-5 part was the real Jaguars, not the 8-3. Ball King Company think the 8-3 was the fluke. Or the 1-5 was the fluke. No, the 8-3 was the fluke. But they don't see it that way. They think the 8-3 and the stretch at the end of the season last year, the 5-1 at the end of the season, that was the real Jags. No, it's not. It's the other way around. The other way around. Grossi probably already had the video on Smith. He probably already had it, knowing that it was going to be... Because, I mean, I'm going to have a video on Rivera ready to go, like, the moment he gets fired. The moment he gets fired, I'm going to have a video ready for Rivera. There's no issue there. You know, Jags, I think we're going to win 5. We're going to be 5-12 next year. Whatever the over-under is on the wins, take the under. Promise you, take the under. Yeah, there's no excuse for us. There's no excuse. And even if Trevor stayed healthy, we're not. Even if Trevor stayed healthy, it doesn't change the fact the defense allow like 30 every game. Can't tackle. Kevin Gilbert's still alive somehow. Yep. Hey, current college athletes who currently have children of their own? Yeah, there's... I mean, that happens all the time. That happens all the time. Happens all the time. The turning point of the season was the OT penalty that negated the Ridley catch, or the offensive tackle penalty. Yes, that definitely... The Kirk injury was the turning point. Because, look, at the end of the day, yes, the catch got negated, but even with that, our goal line offense is so bad. Our red zone offense is so bad. There's no guarantee we score. At the 5-yard line, there's no guarantee we score. We get the field goal, but this defense doesn't get a stop. And then what? We tie the game. We're 9-6-1. We're still not in. We're still not in. We're still not in. Would Belichick take a GM job without the coaching? Probably, if that's his only option. Yeah, Jags or the Steelers without the drama. Yeah, bailed out. Yeah, I don't even know if we were bailed out by fluke. The Texan one wasn't a fluke. The Texan one, that was they tried a 58-yarder with a guy that his career long was 51. I think we fluke ourselves more with our stupidity. Yeah, we're screwed next year. Saints draft QB in the first round? Yes. Or actually, I mean, Carr played better the final month. I don't think they do. I think they'll give it one more year. Maybe the year after. Ridley, I think they'll re-sign him. He had over 1,000 yards. He drew a lot of PIs. I give him a B- this season. Look, we have not a lot of talent as it is. You keep the ones you have. And knowing Trent Baalke's history, look, we got to replace the receiver. If you get rid of Calvin, you got to replace the receiver. Knowing Baalke's history at wide receiver, who's the best receiver he's got? Who's the best receiver Baalke's drafted between the Niners and the Jags? Who's the best one he's drafted? I honestly don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you who the best one he drafted is. So I just keep Ridley. And that's an indictment on Baalke. That's an indictment on this team. But I would keep Ridley, keep second round pick and whatnot. When I say Grossi hitting 600K, what is he at right now? Usually Grote slows during the offseason for obvious reasons. Oh, is it 584? Oh, he will hit that by the Super Bowl. Easily. Easily. He will hit that by the Super Bowl. Not even close. He'll hit that. 584, he hit 16K. Yeah, he's going to hit that wild card weekend. He'll hit a wild card weekend. Robinson, no, that was Dave Caldwell. That wasn't a Baalke pick. Rattler, I don't even know who gets drafted. Maybe 6th round. Brian Bell can never get another head coaching game? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if you just want to go to studio work. I wouldn't want Jay Sweetpool. God, no. God, no. Trent Baalke, wide receiver. How many picks? Hang on. Yeah, so let's look at the receivers that he's drafted. Hang on. So he was the GM from 2011 to 2016. Yeah, but the Texans reset. No, okay, so here's the thing. The Texans reset. If they ran it back, yes, it'd be hopeless. They reset. We're not resetting. That's why it's hopeless. Were the Browns hopeless? No. No, they were not hopeless last year. We are not resetting. That's the thing. We are not resetting. We're going to run it back. It's a different story if we get rid of guys, but we're not. We never do. Seifert or Fisher? Oh, definitely Seifert. Not even close. All right, yeah. Yeah, so the Baalke wide receivers. Get ready for this. If we get rid of Ridley again, we have to figure out a wide receiver to draft. Baalke receivers that he's drafted. Ronald Johnson, A.J. Jenkins, Quinton Patton, Bruce Ellington, DeAndre Smelter, Aaron Burbridge. All right, that's Baalke's history at wide receiver with the Niners. Then he joined the Jags 2020, really. Laviska Shenault, Colin Johnson, Jalen Camp, Parker Washington. Who's the best one of the 10? So for 10 receivers, the best one might be Parker Washington. Like, we're really going to trust Trent Baalke to make the picks? We're really going to trust Trent Baalke to make the picks at wide receiver? Nope. Texans could fall off quickly. No, they have a coach that knows what he's doing. They have a coach that knows what he's doing. Chanel, yeah, he dropped everything. Great, no separation. But yeah. Yeah, that's the level we're dealing with here at wide receiver. Chanel is also hasn't given a fair shake. He's had 4 years. Everyone's tried something with Chanel. It doesn't work. They don't get more exposed with Dable and Payton. I don't know if they got exposed. I'm trying to think who got the most exposed, I would say. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Dable was exposed. Because, look, the Giants are a playoff team if, like, 2 bounces go their way. They get the right call in the Bills game, and Gano makes the field goal in the Jets game, they're in the playoffs. Biggest travesty this season. Jags. With a collapse? It's the Jags. Look, Jets, Commies, Pats, Panthers, they had bad seasons. But they'll be forgotten about. This collapse won't be forgotten about. This will be up there with like the 93 Finns, the 03 Vikings, the 09 Broncos. They'll be up there. Some of the worst collapses of all time. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Alright. We're going to do overtime. I have no clue how long my voice is going to hold up. But we're going to try our best. I will do this, though. I will do this. For this only. This is a one-time thing. Any donations are greatly appreciated. For this only, we're only doing the $4.99 and up. We'll extend the clock. Just because I need to save my voice as best as I can. So any donations of $5 or more, I'll extend the timer. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it for anything under that. Just for this, again, my voice is shot. So we have 5 minutes on the clock. Any donations, I'll get to your question right away, and we increase the time. Once the clock hits zeros, that's it. So we're going to start overtime again. I'm only doing the $5 tier, the $4.99 tier and up, just because my voice is shot. I never do this. My voice is just shot. Again, I've been dealing with something. I don't know what it is. A non-first place scheduled event for Jacksonville? No, not really. I mean, we have Philly. It'd be either Philly or Dallas. I mean, we're screwed either way. We play the AFC East. That's the whole one. AFC North, we play Cleveland instead of Baltimore. We're screwed either way. I guess AFC West is the only one we have a shot in. We don't play Kansas City, at least. That's the only one. Man with the Plan with the Fiverr, thank you so much for that. Where does Manga Sign also listen to Never There by Cake? I will do that. I will do that. Let me reset that timer. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. He's a big fly ball guy, so you need a place that keeps the ball in the yard. And I don't know what his market is. I don't know what the market is for that. Let me get my headphones in. I would say I'm going to say the Mets. I'm not confident about it, but I would wager the Mets at this point. Just as they've whiffed on a lot of signings so far, they're willing to spend cash. I feel like they would make the splash. I'm going to say the Mets. I got my headphones in there. Do I think he gets $20 million average? Everyone's assuming. I'm going to say 18. Sorry, your team lost the Seattle good. We stink. We would have been screwed either way. Wolfgang with the $5. Thank you so much. We probably don't get rid of our Butterly uniform still the new same as done. Yeah, they should go back to the throwbacks. But they won't. They should. But they will not. Because this team is a joke that doesn't know how to do anything right. Oops. Thank you again for the $5. Let me increase that timer. I am only doing the $5 tier and up just because my voice is shot. I'd never do this. Never There by Cake. Alright, let's put this in. Never heard this song before. I've only heard one Cake song. That's The Distance. You know, Payton's definitely selling their culture, yeah. When 70 carries 60, yeah, that's hysterical. Scorpion with a fiver. Thank you so much. Let's extend that timer by a bit. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Scorp. Does Jerry Jones give McCarthy a longer leash as long as he's making the playoffs each year? And the Texans beat the Browns. Hang on. I think I might sneeze. Ooh, there we go. I like the baseline on this. Does Jones give McCarthy... I think as long as he doesn't do something stupid, he's safe. Now, granted, if he calls a play like the Zeke play, I don't know. Texans beat the Browns? Oh, yeah, of course they can. Stroud is a great quarterback. Stroud can give you a shot to win. I know the last game they got blown out, but that was, again, backup quarterback. Different story. Very different team. Russell Wilson of the Jags? God, no. Trust me. Trevor's not the problem. Russell Wilson would be a train wreck there. Bills helmets. What signatures do I have? That's a good question. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. Because I've got like so many autographed helmets. But Joe DeLamalore is this one. The Hall of Famer. I got Joe DeLamalore here. Trying to remember who else I've got. But this is Joe DeLamalore. I know that. Mr. Still, thank you so much. Oh, man. Hanging there with a fiver. Okay, pull up again by Animals on screen. Oh, on screen. Okay. We'll do that. Thank you for the fiver. Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, man. We are going to power through. We are powering through. Oh, man. Oh, man. Whew. See, it's broke things up at least. Oh, it has 39 views. Oh, jeez. Alright, so I have no idea what I'm getting into. Kimiko with a 2, thank you so much. I'll become a borrow song. Listen to Short Skirt Long Jacket by Cake. Alright. I will do that. Thank you for the tour. Again, it doesn't reset the timer. I'll do any donation things. It doesn't reset the timer just for today. I'm only doing $5 enough for the timer, but we'll do that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the tour, guys. You know, this collection is nice. I built it up in the off season. I built it up in the training. Wilson for Lawrence would be very sorry for the Jags. Yeah, I'm sure Bronco fans would be very happy about that. All right, I'm gonna do just because we're on Cake. I like that baseline. I like that baseline a lot on that one. All right, short skirt, long jacket. I feel like I've heard this one before, but not for a while. You know, it's been a while since I heard this one. Yeah. Oh, I know this one. Scorpion Taz with a tour. Thank you so much. Top 5 Billy Joel songs and why. Ooh, okay. We did this. We did this the other night. What did I say? Top 5. One, I go to extremes. I just love the piano line in that. The vocals on that too. Like that fits my range perfectly. That song, just the outro with the piano, the high notes, I love it so much. I love his high note songs. So that's why That's Not Her Style is in my top 5 as well. Very underrated song too. Root Beer Rag at 3. Yeah, I go Root Beer Rag at... wait, no. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant at 2. Just, I love the way that everything integrates into each other. Obviously, the piano riff at the start is iconic. The storytelling in that song is phenomenal. Root Beer Rag at 3. He fits the vibe perfectly of what he's going for there. What did I say for 4 last time? What did I say? Uptown Girl? He nails that doo-wop sound. He nails that doo-wop sound from the 50s or from the 60s. The New York City Mind's up there too. Just being from New York, like I have to like that song. Being from New York, I have to like New York City Mind. All the references there. He really captures the feeling of New York. That there is something about New York where even when I don't like living in New York at all, but like you do miss it sometimes. It's definitely it's that feeling. I get it. I get where he's coming from. He tells it perfectly. He tells that perfectly. You know, like the signatures to helmets, for the UFL, which thank God for that, I can actually watch some good football. So I watch my Jaguars play every week. We'll have all the helmets for the old XFL and USFL teams. They don't make the helmets for the UFL teams, which kind of stinks. Yeah, Solo's a great song. Look, I could do like a top 50 Billy Joel songs. I really could. Yeah, I have to do the 2020 scenes video. I still have not seen it yet. Worst clap, Stalmans or Eagles? Eagles. The Dolphins, I don't think they collapsed. The Dolphins, at the end of the day, they answered, like, we all thought that they were struggling against good teams, and they did. The Eagles just forgot how to play football. The Dolphins still know how to play football. The Eagles don't at this point. Roll Tide with the 5. Thank you so much. Let's reset that clock by a bit. I like the trumpet in this. I like the trumpet in this short skirt. Oh, wait. JJ9 News video about Cam Brown running into the Eagles' part and making it look as if they were ballroom dancing. I saw that. That was hysterical. That was hysterical. That's a great way to prevent the punter from flopping. Hold him up. They'll probably change the rule on that to prevent that from happening. But that was hysterical. I love that. I love that so much. I don't know if that'll probably be like a John Boy breakdown. I'll probably do a breakdown on that. I do want to do, like, say, it's like, because here's like, I watch, like, it's right, like, I watch some John Boy stuff, but I'm more fascinated by the second channel that John Boy has, where he talks about the way he builds the company and builds the business. I find that fascinating. I love watching that podcast. And, like, he talks on that about how his Guts videos, like, he thinks they're fair use and whatnot. I think that'd be a, like, I don't want to do, like, an expose or anything. Like, I don't want to, like, take him down or anything like that. Because, like, I love his stuff. I love he seems like a great guy, great father. He seems like a really nice guy. And there are some great people that work for that company and have worked for that company in the past. But, like, he talked about how, like there's there's a video series he has, and he says, like someone asked him, like, has Nickelodeon ever come for you for your videos on Guts? And he said no. And he said he thinks he's done enough to transform into Furious. But, like, it wouldn't be like the DJ video. It wouldn't be anything like that. It'd be like just a, like, copyright law. Like, I'm fascinated by that stuff. Like, fair use, transformative content. Like, I'm fascinated by that stuff. So that might be something. I don't know where it would fit. But again, it'd be weird because it's not like I don't want to, like, it's not like an expose area. It's not anything like that. Just a copyright question. It's more of like what constitutes fair use on YouTube. It's more of that. Oh wait, Broncos, yeah, that was a heck of a collapse. Mail play with the tour, thank you so much. Love you madly again by Cake. All right, we're on a cake roll right now. We're on a cake roll again. Doesn't reset the clock just because of all that. But we're at 2:34. This is crazy, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love him, the reference to John Boy. His breakdowns are great. Like, his ability to lip read and whatnot, and he introduces cricket to a general audience in a great way that's not condescending, but, like, it's like a very fine line. Like, you don't want to be condescending and talk down to your viewers, but you have to explain in such a way. It's like what the Nickelodeon broadcast does a great job at, and I think he does a phenomenal job at doing that. His breakdowns are phenomenal. Like, his breakdown on the lines thing, that changed my whole perspective of that play. I'm like, you know what? I see how the refs might have gotten it wrong. All right, guys, we love you madly next. But first, I'm going to do the OK Capybara, or wait. OK, pull up again, the Capybara song. All right, here we go. Animals on screen. Okay. Here we go. Oh, this is catchy. I'm doing it right now. Yeah, wait, Broncos, that was the last year for Shanahan. 93 Dolphins, they at least had the excuse of they were on the third string quarterback. Yeah, Dolphins really, I can't really say they've collapsed. They definitely played worse, but Eagles have forgotten how to play football. The Eagles right now are a bottom 10 team in the league. I love, like, this like it sounds like an indie group, but it's clearly just a parody song. I love it. Yeah, 87 Chargers is the iconic collapse that never gets talked about. Or they 8-1 and they go 8-7. Yeah. 8-1 then 8-7. Oh yeah, we have the division back. No, I completely agree. It's funny too, because, like, you go replace the lyrics like lyrics about a real song, like, it would fit perfectly. Like, you did a good beat on a parody song. Like, this fits sound like a coffee shop. Like, I like the sound of this. It's just, the lyrics, obviously, are very weird. If Tyrants start the first game, do they sweep? Yes, they do. They do. 87 Charters? Yeah, I'll do a video at some point on them. Swaggy E with a tenner. Whoa! Oh, hang on a second. Timeout. All right, Scorpion with a 5, Swaggy with a tenner. Thank you so much. All right, love your videos. Thoughts on Baltimore. I'm going to get to that after I just read Scorpions, because I got some thoughts on Baltimore for sure, and I got to adjust the time. But thank you so much, Swaggy. Fiverr, watch the Billy Joel scenes and Zanzibar videos. Don't extend time. No, I'll extend the time. You've earned it. Although if you insist, I guess, because we're extending it already with the 10. But I feel bad not extending it, but yeah, that should be good. So thank you so much. We are close to that. Whew, we are close to that stretch goal. Holy cow, we are close to that stretch goal. We are close, folks. Again, 250. I'll wear the high, whatever jersey you want me to. I can't promise a team. I can't promise a. Oh, I can promise a team, a style. So like a throwback jersey, I can do that. I can't promise a player. I can't promise a player, but I can promise you a style of jersey for that. So I can promise you that. And I have a Joe Montana jersey coming in for the Chiefs game. We're gonna wear that throwback Seahawks jersey that's coming in. So we'll do that. Thoughts on Baltimore? I think they are the best team in football. Here's my thoughts on Baltimore. They've lost 4 games this season. Obviously, last game we played backup, so I don't count that. So really, they lost 3 games this year. 2 of them were on hardball. One of them was the Steelers game, just complete nonsense in the Steelers game, in terms of complete nonsense. In terms of bad play calling in the first half. At the end of it, could have put him away. The other one, Zay Flowers, if he doesn't fair catch that ball, Harbaugh told him to fair catch it for some reason. If he doesn't fair catch that ball on the punt, on the free kick punt, you win that game. So really, one loss this season for Baltimore, where they just got outplayed. The worst enemy right now for the Ravens is Harbaugh. And that's a compliment to how good Harbaugh has his team playing and how good this roster is. Now, here's the thing with Baltimore. You can't have Melvin Gordon as your 3. Melvin Gordon, he's a fumble machine. He's not explosive. He has no burst anymore. I know what Dalvin Cook brings to the table, but he can't be worse than Melvin Gordon. The Mitchell injury obviously hurts. I hate that happened to him. He was such a promising player. So explosive, so fast. Obviously, what happened in the Jacksonville game stinks. Hopefully, he's okay for next season. That running game, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, he got that 1-2 punch. It's a good punch. Lamar Jackson, he's my MVP. He's my MVP this season. It was between him and McCaffrey. I said that the winner of the game probably wins the MVP. McCaffrey played well, but Lamar, after what he did the final few weeks of the season, you got to give it to him. So Lamar's the MVP. He is potentially in line for the Hall of Fame. He's got 2 MVPs. He'll have 2 MVPs by the end of the season, probably. And that probably gets him the Hall of Fame. So I got a long ways to go, but he's on pace. He's on pace. Defensively, Matabike is the breakout player of the year. He's been lights out. He went from just this player that only Ravens fans know to now a phenomenal player. Household name. He's my breakout player of the season, besides Kyron Williams. Defensive breakout player of the year is Matabike. Offensive player, obviously linebacker core, Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, really both stepped up this year, especially Patrick Queen. That's the best linebacking unit in football. Kyle Hamilton, he's a top 5 safety, maybe top 3 safety, maybe the best safety in football. He is phenomenal. I love watching that man play. Love watching him play. He's only going to get better. He was great in college. I love him at Notre Dame. Really, there's no weaknesses on this team. There really are no weaknesses on this team. It's a very well-balanced unit. Jadeveon Clowney, too. Really resurgent. I did not think he had anything left in the tank, especially after he did nothing with the Titans last year. I thought he had nothing in the tank. So credit to him. He's got, 9.5 sacks this year? Flowers, you finally got that number 1 receiver, or at least someone that Lamar can throw to. And Isaiah Likely, he's fielded for Mark Andrews phenomenally ever since the injury. The Ravens are just a well-rounded team, no real weaknesses. They are my favorite. They are the best team in football, and I don't think it's close. I really don't think it's close. I really like what Baltimore has. Houston Oilers, be going for the collection? What, jersey or jersey or helmet? I have helmets. Jersey I have a Noel Campbell jersey. I know I have a Derrick Henry throwback Oilers jersey, but I don't have I have a Derrick Henry Oilers jersey. Could I watch Steamboat Will with the audio play? I could, theoretically. I could. Alright, so wait, we did the Capybara. We did... Oh wait, no, we haven't done Love You Madly. We're gonna do that now. And then we're gonna do the scenes video and Zanzibar. Alright. You spent time and money to drive it to the game? Oh. Yeah, I would not have done that. Sorry, man. Like, I have to weigh the cost analysis at this point of going to Jags games. Like, take a whole weekend off, ruin my sleep schedule to fly across the country. Oh, this trumpet is sick. On the beat stops, there we go. He's doing Calais left, yeah. Although if Calais played, like, would Clowney get any reps? I don't know. Brock Bowers, future tight end receiver by Ridley. Well, why do you have to... You don't have to get rid of Ridley to get Bowers. Look, Zay Jones was terrible this year. No separation, a lot of drops. Why bring him back? You go Bowers, Kirk. First of all, I don't think you go wide receiver first round. I think you go interior of the offensive line. Because the interior got manhandled. Interior was bad all season. Even so, why would you get rid of talent to acquire talent? Not with this team. If the Steelers beat the Ravens in Baltimore in the divisional, all-time letdowns, where is that ranking? It's up there with 2019 Ravens level. It's 2019 Ravens. Yeah, Nashville's a cool city. Look, I got nothing against Nashville as a city. I hate their team, but I got nothing against Nashville as a city. It's a fun city. They do the draft very well. Second best draft I've been to besides Vegas. Vegas was special. Nashville is too, but... It's so weird, like, all these cake songs, like, they're very different from The Distance, which is the one that I know. It's very different. I want Saxel back, you and me both. You and me both. I miss that team. The team brought me joy. This team does not. This team does not. Be worse than 2019? Well, if you lose to the Steelers, yes, it would be. You lose to your rival like that, yes. Yeah, Trayvon, Josh Allen exists, yeah, but you don't have the defensive interior that can get sacks. I ain't gonna watch any Montana CSU. No, I ain't gonna watch any. I hate they played the game at 2 o'clock. Like, why would you play it against the NFL? Play it as the lead-in to the Saturday games. Play it as the lead-in. Why would you not play it as the lead-in game? Saturday at 1. Why would you not play it as the lead-in? I don't get it. I just don't get why you wouldn't play it as the leading game. Because no one's watching that game. No one's watching that game over the NFL Week 18. Yeah, Tree would relish that for sure. Tree would relish that. I don't think the Jags play with the "we've arrived at." I don't think they did that. I think the front office did. I think the front office were like, we've arrived, and they did nothing to improve the team. I don't think the players play with that attitude. They didn't play with enough attitude. There was no fire on the team. There was no fire. I don't think they play with a "we've arrived." I don't think they did that. Well, Cam Robinson, Josh Allen, Trevor Walker, they're like the only linemen that actually had fire on that team. And Anton Harrison maybe, but I don't know. How about fire? You stay in that surround head so you can turn back the clock, yeah. I miss the Twin Towers on the defensive line. I miss them so much. Mid-teens in KC on Saturday and like 20 in Buffalo. Nice. That's football for you. Kevin Jags move to Orlando. They'll probably go to Daytona when they go build the stadium. Who am I watching for Spring League? Only one correct answer. I mean, I'll be streaming all the games, so... Hopefully it's me. Again, I'll have a whole setup. We're going to have the nicest setup for the UFL. We're going to have the nicest setup in the world for the UFL. Imagine these cases with just old XFL and USFL helmets. It's going to be awesome. You know, Trevor's not the problem. How do we fix the busted defense? We have to first see what happens with the cap space. First see what happens with cap space for us. But definitely the interior of the defensive line needs the most work. The interior is disappointed. Now, granted, Hamilton was hurt for most of the season. Fatakasi did nothing. Roy Robertson Harris was a bit of a disappointment this season. The interior did not do what I thought it was going to do. Alright, here we go. Scenes. The animated video. Here we go. Could Sam Laporta be third in offensive rookie of the year behind Stroud and Nakua? I think so. I think so. I mean, obviously you're going to have Flowers, you're going to have Addison, maybe even Tank Dell get some votes. Robinson will get some votes. It'll be close for number 3, but 1 and 2, it's going to be Stroud and Nakua. And the late 90s studios were great. They're some of the best studios of all time. Bring those back. Oh, they can trade to a new team? Let's on a 1 year. I don't think. Why would he get traded? They got a good thing going right now in Baltimore. Fanakasi, I have no clue. He fell off a cliff this year. Trevor keeps turning up. Okay, well, if you watch the some of the things are like miscommunications, and like one of his picks was a drop. You know, I'm watching the vid. Yeah, I'm watching the vid right now. I like the style of the animation. I really like the style, like the scrapbook style. It fits. It fits really well. Yeah, hopefully Laporta's okay. I get why they played him. They had to, but hopefully he's okay. Like, half the turnovers that Trevor had are miscommunications of some kind. Which, that's on the coaching. The Titans fans just a cheat. Yeah, I mean, I get it, because they did the video, which was a funny video. I get it. Yeah, Cisco was good. I like Cisco. I like Andre Cisco. The other thing with the defense going into next season is, what do we have in Tyson Campbell? Because I have no clue. Was last year the real Campbell, or is this year the real Campbell? Because this year Campbell was awful. This year Tyson Campbell was unplayable. Last year was a top 5 cornerback. I don't know which Tyson Campbell is ours. I don't know. Bring back Urban. Yeah, God, no. I was survived by Cake with a tour. Thank you so much, Round Flat. All right, that takes us to our top goal. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, right now, Rico Costa is the highest donor. I think I know what that means in terms of jerseys, so... I have the Joe Montana jersey for the Chiefs game. That's guaranteed. So... All right. I have a feeling that if no one outbids Rico Costa $22 bid, I will be wearing a Steelers jersey. I have a feeling that he will have me order a Steeler jersey. So, if you don't want to see me wear a Steeler jersey, outbid. Outbid. Oh, hyperextended? Okay, that's at least better than 20 seal. Bengals in or same Super Bowl? They won't. No. They got screwed over in the West Stadium deal. They won't fund a new stadium. Yeah, I don't think they even have indoor practice facilities. We do get clickbait wildcard. That is good. For, I think, clickbait's sake, we need the Packers to win. Because Scooter will be insufferable if not. I don't know if Rico's still in, but if you're still in, you're the leading donor. I have no idea how to reach you. You got Robertson, Stroud, Watson. I mean, if we had that, I'd root for the Texans. I'm not rooting for Watson. At least I can root for the Browns. What's Steelers jersey? Oh, I have no clue. He just said he would have me wear, like he wants to see me wear a Steelers. He just said donate, so, like, I have to wear a Steelers jersey. He never specified what jersey. Conor Reagan's too. Watch 1-year-olds. Oh, God. I can't listen to myself sing. I cannot listen to myself sing. Oh, man. Man, that is... I like, can't listen to I can listen to myself, like, talk. I can't listen to myself sing. But... I don't even, like... No. I could do the all too well one. I like that one. The last team in Super Bowl will happen... Probably like 30 years. They're going to keep that... They're going to have that thing run as long as possible. Did they have a chance to draft Laporta over Strange? I don't think so. I think Laporta was first. Because our fan base would not shove it out if it was the other way around. You know, Laporta was 34th, yeah. Yeah, Laporta was 34th. Yeah, Strange was 61st, yeah. No, so at least we have that going for us. Scorpion with a 39-6. And Frank Flowers with a 10. Thank you so much to Jade Everybody Cool Guy. Thank you so much. All right. Hang on. We'll reset the clock. We'll reset this bad boy. All right. Wear the watch jersey. It's easy enough. I've got it already. We can do that. If you don't want to see wear a Texans jersey, you know what to you know what you gotta what the leading bid is now. But thank you so much, Scorpion. Thank you so much. All right, so we got 49.20 the last. Let me do the math on the clock and the... Oh, wait. So we're 302.19. Holy cow. Holy cow. Thank you so much. Whew. They're doing 23 for the 94. Oh. Oh, Scope, you should have waited like a minute more. Should have waited a minute more. If this reaches 5, I have no clue what I'm doing for 500. If this reaches, because like I did say I would edit a video live on Stereo to 500, but that was for the voice. All right, so let me see. Clockwise, I need to go up to increase by another 20 minutes. So there we go. It's a 7 plus 12, so 20 more minutes. Was Blake Bortles as bad people said, or was he close to the average quarterback? By the way, I love the style of animation on this video. I really do. Can you get a Bears? Yeah, you can get a Bears 74. You can get a Bears 74. Well, the Jags are still tired of waiting. You and me both. With this ownership, never happening. With this ownership, with this GM, never happening. Blake Bortles, bad people said, or was he closer to average with some bad teams? He was okay. He wasn't anything special. He wasn't going to win you game. It depends. Like, 2015 he was good. 2017, the second half of the season, he was very good. But there was some bad parts, too. There were some very bad parts. He was inconsistent. He was frustratingly inconsistent. He was about, like, a... I don't want to say it was a bottom... Like, if you're ranking the top 32 quarterbacks, he was, like, in that 21 to 24 range. He was fine. It wasn't anything crazy. Yeah, when the Jags stepped on top of the Steelers' fate, I mean, there was a lot of things that went wrong. A lot of things that went wrong. The curse does remain. The curse does remain. Alright, so now the Zanzibar video. I love the animation style there. I didn't know he made one for Okay. Oh, ooh. Ooh, this is... Ooh, 3D animation. Oh. Oh, okay. A little bit of a drone shot. Oh, this is very different. They fired Doug, I'm celebrating. Well, they had to fire Balky, too. They can't keep Balky. And the worst thing they could do is keep Balky and fire Peterson. That's the worst thing they could do. That's the worst thing they could do. Where the Jags go for 2 seasons when they rebuild the same? I think it's going to be Daytona. I think it'll be Daytona. Yeah, Steelers need indoor to host Super Bowl easily. They need it. Mark Brunell or David Guar for best Jags QB of all time? Oh, easily Brunell. It's not even close. Easily Brunell. Easily. You know, Walker played well. Walker is like one of the few bright spots this season in terms of players that improved and look good. Like, and he's only going to get better because he was a raw prospect. He was a very raw prospect. He actually looks a bit more unfinished compared to the other one, but I do like the style. I do like the style. And then I will survive by cake. All right. Are the Jags cursed with Winger? I don't think they're cursed. I don't think they're cursed by having Bulky as GM and by having Khan as the owner. You know, he sure got the, I mean, the extension, it was really not, I had no problem with the extension. It was really a 1-year deal. It was really a 3-year deal disguised as a 1-year deal. It was an easy way to get out of it. It's not like Daniel Jones where it was like $160 million for 4 years and you can't get out of it. This was okay. If he's the guy, you have a pretty cheap quarterback for 3 years. And if he's not, you can opt out. The company Billy had to do the video. Yeah, I like him. Yeah, the live action work. Yeah, the live action works. I like. Oh, the baseball animation's sick. Like I love like the '70s style of early MTV videos. Like the colors just like stay on the screen. I love that. I love that style. Oh man. We gotta save the voice for tomorrow. When am I logging back on to stream Black Monday coverage? Well, I'll put out videos throughout the day. We're gonna log on for the championship, and we'll do Black Monday at the same time. Because by that point, we'll know all the moves. We'll know all the moves at that point. And happy Black Monday to all those who celebrate, which will be Commanders fans, and won't be us. I can promise you that much. Won't be us. Which stinks, because again, we need to fire coaches, but we won't, because we're complacent. We're way too complacent. That'll be our downfall, as always. Oh, I like the floating trumpets with the instrumental. Oh, yes. Oh, I like this. Yeah, this is a cool animation. I like how they're doing the instrumentals. I really like the instrumentals, how they're doing it. I mean, the instrumental of the song is incredible as it is, but I really like how they did that. What else? Justin Fields is a good fit for the Jets? No, it'd be a terrible fit for the Jets. Look, the problem is that the Jets are going to obviously go... They're going to ride with Aaron Rodgers. Fields is a backup. He plays a completely different style than Rodgers does. I don't see how Fields would fit in with the Jets at all. Plus, with what draft picks are you going to give it? What draft picks do you have? Because you're not giving it your first round pick. Obviously, your second round pick is going to Green Bay. So, what could you possibly give up? Unless you give like a boatload of picks. It wouldn't work. Would Alderman MVP front runner had some of his early season losses gone the Bills' way? No, too many turnovers. Too many turnovers. A leather helmet on stream? I don't even know if you can buy one. I don't even know if you can buy one. Is the LLC process for picking Super Bowl host going to keep any northern cities out of it? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Well, SoFi getting one doesn't... SoFi getting 61 is not the problem. It's Levi's getting 60. That's the concerning part. Yeah, I think the northern cities, unless they get a new stadium, they're screwed. Like, I think besides Minneapolis, I don't know any northern cities that are getting another one. I don't know. Any memories of Matt Jones? Yeah, I remember him being a very tall receiver with a lot of talent and just wasted potential. Too many drops. Way too many drops. Cam Robinson, when he played, hey, he was the best lineman on the team. Robinson played well. I want to bring him back. I want to bring him back for sure. Ever seen his Super Bowl? No, Green Bay, they have no hotels. They have no hotels in Green Bay to host the Super Bowl. Foxborough, you're not hosting it there. All right, Cake, I Will Survive. I know this cover. I know this cover of the song. It's a very weird cover, but I do like it. You just got Jones for year 2. Yeah, that's 1 year too many. Tyrod's better than Daniel right now. Type of computer? MacBook Studio. Mac Studio. Yeah, Seattle's not going to get one. Seattle, it's too cold. It's outdoors. Sam's not newer. Yeah, Buffalo's not going to get one. They're not putting a roof on that thing. They're not putting a roof on that thing. That's the biggest scam of a stadium since Paul Brown Stadium. New York is getting hosed on that deal. That is the... Public money is going to that thing. Public money is going to an outdoor stadium in Buffalo that will only host NFL games because there are going to be no concerts there outdoors. That is the biggest scam of a stadium, and New York is getting robbed by their government with that venue. It's not even that nice of a stadium from the renderings. Okay, you're building this giant stadium where the renderings are not that impressive. No roof. So no concerts. No anything for 6 months. And the public's going to fund it. Like, it was a... I cannot believe they actually approved that thing. Robinson? Yeah, I have his jersey. Now, Robinson, fun player. I'll say the first half of 2014, he was pretty good. First half of 2015, he was pretty good. We have KF with a $6.99 Canadian. Thank you so much. Let me figure out what the... 523. Thank you so much, KF. Am I still live? Hope so. I'm watching 30 minutes to pass. Why throw you... Yeah, no, I'm still live. I'm trying to figure out what's that we were saying. But thank you for the fiver. So that'll reset the clock by a bit. Hang on. Reset that clock. So, yeah, but still live. We do overtime after the week 18 game. We do, after Sunday football game, we always do overtime. So, that's what this is. It's overtime. So, I am just... Yeah, I love this cover of the song. It's a very weird cover, but I love it. This is how you make a cover your own. Yeah, so I'm still watching. Yeah, so, you know, we're done with the games. There are no games on anymore. But, no, I like football. This team drives me to insanity, but I love football. Bears over 220. Yeah, Oh, 30 minutes time, wondering why I like. 30 minutes time, wondering why I like football. I love football. I don't love my team. Don't mistake my hatred for my team for not loving football. I love this sport. I love the way it's played. I love the excitement. I love the chess match. I love the pacing. I love everything about this sport, except watching my team play. Is it really 220? That's insane. Yeah. I'm checking eBay right now. Holy cow. Yeah, so the obvious catch with this is that I can't lose money on the jersey. I can't lose money. It's like YouTube takes 70%. So if we got to 250 and someone wants like a Bears 94 jersey, like YouTube, I would get like 180 out of it. The jersey costs $235 if you include tax. Yeah, I can't lose money off that. We have a $5 from BW Falk. Thank you so much as always for your generosity, man. What are we at? Yeah, there we go. Would Rodgers be discussing Jimmy Kimmel and Jeffrey Epstein if the Jets were the playoff chase or in the playoffs and he was also starting QB? Probably. I mean, he's unhinged like that. Look, he was talking about vaccination status and everything. He was talking about everything. He was getting political and whatnot when he was playing. I don't think anything changes. Because Kimmel took the first shot at Rodgers in terms of Kimmel talked about Rodgers on his show. So whether he's in or not, he would talk about it. He would still do it. Yeah, Nashville's going to get Sam soon. And look at the Super Bowl because of it. And that'll be gorgeous. I love the look of that stadium. On top of that, they'll get Final Fours, big market. They'll get concerts. It'll be phenomenal. FedEx Field Show Super Bowl? Oh, God, no. Leaking sewage? Yeah, no way. Yep, just got the donation. Just got it. Similar to fire on the Rodgers thing. Alright, let's see. Other than... Oh, wait. What 94 throwback is worse? Steelers or Bears? Steelers 94, you couldn't see the numbers. I will say this, though. If you want a fun challenge in Madden, play as the Bears, wear the 94 jerseys with the orange pants. That is the worst combo you can possibly create. The 94 jerseys and the orange pants. Try doing that. It'll make your eyes bleed. Other than cities that are already getting new stadiums or confirmed renovations, what team is in most need of a new or renovated stadium? Giants and Jets. MetLife is ugly. It has no character. It looks like an office building. It's soulless. It's lifeless. It is dull. It has no energy to it. It's a pain in the butt to get to. It looks terrible on TV. With the gray seats, they try the thing with the gray shading. It looks awful. Yeah, MetLife. That's the one. You know, Packers are never moving. They're never moving. Worst 94 throwback was Bills and Jets Super Lays with the helmets. Yeah, I mean, they weren't really creative with those, but Steelers and Bears, they swung for the fences, and man, they failed. They failed. Star Force with a tour. J8 should put a new stadium in DC. Harris should put a new stadium in DC. Get a Super Bowl. If it has a roof, they would. Even if it doesn't, they bid for Super Bowl 42, so they were in the running for it, so before it went to Glendale. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, they'll get a new stadium. FedEx Field is done. FedEx Field is done. FedEx Field is done. Let's see what we got. Oh, before we do, we have a $5 from John Campbell. Thank you so much. I didn't catch the Jags the second half of the season. You are lucky. You are very lucky. I will put it that way. You are very lucky. Describe the second half in a few words. Has Belichick really gone? Well, first up, Belichick, it seems that he is gone. It seems that I mean, CBS said that he's gone. Fox said he's gone. I don't know if he's going to get fired on Monday, but He will be gone, and it'll be the end of a phenomenal era. Jag season, describe it how in a few words. Bad, very bad, awful, terrible, pathetic, hideous, ugly, nauseating. I mean, I don't know what other words you want to describe it with. Plus 6 points differential. I don't know how we even did that. So I don't, because you think the losses we had, some of them were blowouts. I don't even know how we did that. Thoughts on Trevor Lawrence at this juncture? Star, just solid QB. I don't know about star, but he's in that second tier of guys. He's in that Herbert tier, which I'm fine with. He's in that Herbert tier of guys. Is he in the Mahomes tier, Josh Allen tier? No, absolutely not. But he's in that second tier of guys. No problem. Look, he just needs to get healthy. And the defense let him down. The O-line and the defense let him down. Inexcusable? Yeah, that works. That works too. Thoughts on Gannon? Look, second half of the year they played well. A lot of 2013 Jags vibes from them. First half of the year they looked very uncompetitive, very bad. Second half they played their butts off. Yeah, the offense looks good with Kyler. I like the direction the Cards are going in. I did not think I would say that at the start of the season. I really did not think I would say that at the start of the year. I like the direction they're going in. So, yeah, I think the Cards can make the playoffs next year as a wild card. I really do. I think the Cards can make it as a wild card. Nothing's been confirmed yet about New Sam, but they are talking about one. You know, Kimmel, more tolerable hate than Rodgers. I get that. Yeah, I get that. No, Cards are trending up. When are the Giants and Jets get out of the MetLife lease? Oh, it's so long. I think it's like a 100-year lease. It's something crazy. How long is the lease? Yeah, it could go to 97 years. 97 years it can go with. Why would the Oklahoma City... But if it's a bad stadium, it shouldn't host one. If the stadium is unsafe, it has leaking sewage, why should it host one? It's also a baseball stadium. You're watching a lot of 5-18 points, and yeah, the defense looked even worse when Ron Rivera took over the play calling duties. Whereas it's great. He fired Del Rio to take control of the defense. You know what? Ron Rivera is horrible. I hate Ron Rivera in terms of how he handled things. I really do. He does this whole press conference, this whole spiel Friday night about I had to be a babysitter for 3.5 years. I finally coached the final 5 games. I did a lot more managing than coaching the final before the final 5 games. And it's dude, the last 5 games, your defense, you fired Del Rio to take control of the defense, and you laid an egg. The defense was even worse when you got rid of Del Rio. It was even worse. So you're blaming the organization for the spot. You're saying, oh, I couldn't coach. Yeah, but when you did coach, you didn't win a single game. Even if we say, okay, I could finally coach the last few games, the last 6 games, whatever it is, you still lost them all. And then you bad-talked your offensive coordinator at the start of the season. You bad-talked the enemy by the whole comments about, the players have not responded well to him. It's why would you say that? And then last year, you're making $15 million a year, and you don't know that you can't get eliminated with a loss. I'm sitting on my couch, I know you get eliminated with a loss. Everyone knows you do. You don't. It's clueless. He takes no responsibility, no accountability whatsoever. Clearly didn't, because otherwise he would have made that coaching comment the other day. He can go, he can retire, take your money, and get out of the NFL. Never coach again. Never coach again. Ron Rivera was a disgrace in Washington this season. Last 2 seasons, but really this season. Absolute disgrace. Should have been shown the door after the Dallas game, but no, you fire Del Rio, so you take more control of the coaching. And then you say, I didn't have enough control of the coaching, and that's why we stunk, and yet you still stunk. You lost your final 7. And you said that he said the last 5 games he was really able to coach. So I guess this would be number 6. You went 0-6 in those games. Took control of the defense. You allowed 27 or more in all of them. Points differential under 100. Barkley, I think he comes back. I think Barkley comes back. Like, Ron Rivera can get out. Philly, if they get, they're not getting into a stadium though. But if they do, they probably get they probably get one. Yeah, if they do, they get one if it's a nice one. Yeah, Ron Rivera's gonna get fired tomorrow. I'll have a whole video on it when it happens. But yeah, we couldn't fire him because it's his birthday according to Schefter. Jesus. Rivera's a joke. He will quickly become the answer to the worst coaches to make a Super Bowl. He'll quickly become the answer to that. He'll be up there. He will be up there. He's not even that old. He's 62. He's 62. He's got to be the worst multi-coach of the year winner. I'm going to check. The coach of the year winners. He's got to be the worst of the bunch. He has to be the worst of the bunch. Let's see. Ali Sherman, at least Ali Sherman was pretty bad. Hang on. Belichick, obviously not. Parcells, obviously not. Arians, obviously not. Chuck Knox, obviously not. Dan Reeves, no. Shula, obviously not. George Allen, no. Hallis, no. Gibbs, obviously not. Dicka, no. It's really Rivera or Sherman. I forgot Ali Sherman won twice. 62 is not old. 62 is very young for coach. Not very young, but like it's the middle of the pack for coaches. Oh, just got your fiber, Scorpion. Just got your fiber from Cash App. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me put that in. Is there anything you want me to do for this, or hang on? Hang on. Oh, here we go. Listen to Acid Country by Tim Wilson. All right, we will do that. We will do that. There we go. Just saw the message. Acid Country by Tim Wilson. Thank you so much. Let's reset that clock by a bit. There we go. Thank you so much, Scorp. Right, Acid Country. We will do that. Like, the Ron Rivera video I put out on JJ News will be scathing. Yeah, I saw it in the memo part, yeah. Yeah, it didn't show up at first, but Acid Country. Here we go. Man. Oh, boy. This definitely sounds like 90s country. Guitar Go is hard. Guitar Go is hard. You tank for Snyder? I don't know about that. Yeah, Rivera got carried. Was Rivera Ron just a tongue-in-cheek nickname? Well, after he punted it, what was it, 2013? He punted it on like a 4th and inch situation. Ever since then, he went for it, and then he just went back to his old ways. Yeah, Rivera's terrible. Now, the moment too, one more song, Cake Comfort Eagle. We will do that. Thank you so much. 2005. I mean, they were decent. They were decent. I mean, they made the playoffs, obviously. So, I mean, I like Brunel. I like Brunel a lot. So, I would say they were good. And Joe Gibbs, obviously, a great coach. Banjo with it too. Watch Steamboat Willie with the audio playing. Oh God. I don't want to take that chance, but I am gonna watch Steamboat Willie. I'm gonna do that. I will do that. You know, it's definitely a crazy song. I love the lyrics. Definitely very basic guitar playing and whatnot, but like, besides like the random like electric guitar in the middle, but like basic beat, but it's funny. This one works. Alright, so Cake Comfort Eagle is next. Alright, here we go. Comfort Eagle by Cake. I'm just going through the whole album this morning with Cake. Evo expand to Canada? They could, but not until they go to Mexico first. And it's probably the main now, but it's still the mouse. I don't know if you could take that chance. Vultures are crazy. I can dispute it, but promise that we could try it, you know? Hang on. Let me check if there's a copyright claim on Steamboat. I haven't got the claim for Rick Astley, so, you know, we could do it. You know? You know, I think we can do it. A channel with 10 million subs upload it. The whole thing. We can do it. And there's nothing. The new dark Mickey Mouse horror flick. Yeah, look, there's gonna be crap like that gets through public domain. It's still a great thing. Public domain, you still need it. Like, all art comes from public domain. Without public domain, there's no creativity and whatnot. It's too much protection for the copyright holder without public domain. Like, unnecessary protection. It's already, like, ridiculous lengths. Already ridiculous lengths. Obviously, you're going to get some low-effort stuff, but you'll also get some high-effort stuff. We'd have to go with the bad. Conor Reagan said, too, watch William Hung take me out to the ballgame. All right, we will do that. I like the claps in this song. Yeah, we'll do William Hung after Steamboat Willie. I'm a copyright law guy. Yep, I'm. That's why you're the judge and I'm the law talking guy. It's more just sometimes like YouTube is like weird like that, but we will do that. We'll do some Steamboat Willie. Why the heck not? Right now, it's not too late for that. It's more of like a random. What Disney wouldn't do anything, and more of a random third-party company would claim something. That's the thing. Like, it's not like Disney can't do anything about it. Obviously, Disney wouldn't do anything. It's more of there's some copyright vultures on YouTube that claim random stuff that isn't theirs. That's what it would be. Like, I've had some videos claimed by, like, random companies where it's like, I don't even know what you're claiming here. But, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. I'll do William Hung take me out to the ballgame. The new Mickey game? I did not see that, no. But I know, like, horror is, like, the first genre that always comes up. But you know what's also going to be funny? The amount of money that Disney gets in lawsuits for people using the wrong Mickey. Because Steamboat Willie is public domain. But some people are using actual Mickey. That's not. That is not public domain. And Disney, they have their lawyers on standby, I'll put it that way. What's that, like, keyboard in a song? Is it sounds like on like plucked strings? Ever email YouTube? Oh, I've submitted so many counterclaims. Oh yeah, people try to leech off copyright. People try to leech. Oh yeah. The amount of third party, usually it doesn't. Usually it's like some random companies, but we'll do it. We'll do it. What's the worst that can happen? We'll do it. Pat McAfee been freaking about me recently. Basically, Aaron Rodgers went on his show, attacked Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel said, "I will sue if you keep this up." Pat McAfee had to issue a retraction. And now Pat McAfee, there was a report that came out about how his ratings are not that good, how they're under expectations, and how they've lost to Colin Cowherd a lot of days. I was gonna say a lot of nights, but it's a lot of days. And McAfee's like, "There's a weasel in here." DreamWorks not really huge fan of them. They do some good stuff. All right, let's do some Steamboat Willie with the black. Yeah, it's the 7-minute 23-second version. College title games, I mean, definitely the Georgia TCU's last. Let me just get a quick refresher of the college title games off the top of my head. Okay, so Georgia Bama's won. Definitely, Georgia Bama's won. the overtime game. Followed by Clemson Bama. Followed by the other Clemson Bama. Followed by Georgia Bama 2. Followed by Ohio State Oregon. And then LSU Clemson. And then LSU Clemson Bama with Trevor Lawrence. And then Ohio State Bama. And then finally Georgia TCU. All right. So let's do some Steamboat Willie. And then we'll do the William Hung take back to the ball game. All right. Where are we going? We got 12 minutes on the clock. All right. Here we go. Here we go. This is legal now. Oh, wait. I have the headphones in. Hang on. We're going to take the headphones out. This is perfectly legal now. This is perfectly legal. Here we go. For the first time, we're going to watch Steamboat Willie. It's perfectly legal. Here we go. I've not seen this in ages. I know, like, the main clip. I've seen that many times. Not seen this in ages. Here we go. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Perfectly legal. It should have been legal like 70 years ago. Because public domain, it used to be like 14 plus 14. It used to be 28 years. Now it's 95. So thanks, Disney, for that. You built your company off of public domain and then you create all the protections for it. But 70 years later, we can do this. And iconic whistling. Watch him even see the video soon. I mean, I can say public domain. Public domain. Again, copyright law used to be 14 plus 14. It used to be 28 years you got protection. So if you created work in, let's say, 2000, by 2028, you could use it. You can hear it. All right, we're good. There's Pete. Mickey seems to be driving the ship pretty well. I don't know why Pete is all up in arms. Dark mode on YouTube. I like light mode. I don't know what it is. Thoughts on other Swift being fired? I have no problem with it. I think it was the right call. He misused talent. Bad at clock management. Bad at in-game managing situations, especially last year. They haven't updated the copyright system. We'll see. We'll see. Pete's an underrated character. He's an underrated Disney character. He's not utilized a lot. He's not the big six or whatever it is. He's not a big six guy, but... Yeah, we got Steamboat Willie. Legal. It's legal. Again, copyright law used to be 28 years. So stuff like The Lion King would be public domain right now. If it was not for Disney, The Lion King would be public domain right now. But Disney changed all the rules. Wait, we have Johnny Barks here? Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got Johnny. Oh, now we know. We're in for a night. We're in for a night. Let's go, Johnny. I was bummed, like, because you didn't come to the Phoenix one. You were, Ross staying in the hotel like Eddie. I wish you were there for the Phoenix one. That would have been awesome. Blue Sky, I liked the Peanuts movie. Peanuts movie, they did a very good job in. They stayed true to the original, and the animation I thought was pretty good. Next year, the Jaguars sink on the side by $2. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a... Yeah. Yeah, public domain... Lion King will become public domain in 2070... No, 2089. 2089, Lion King's public domain. You can thank Disney. Used to be 28 years. 28 years. Now it's 95. Yeah, any Vegas video in a coffee shop. Yeah. Yeah, that's what Grassi said. Would have been a fun hangout. Would have been fun. If he does the 30-30 again, if you're up for it. Yeah, I'm glad Disney... Yeah, I'm glad, like it's not just Disney losing Steamboat Willie. It's more of... Disney built their company off public domain works. And then the moment those become available, Disney's like, hey, can we keep the rights to these? It's like the hypocrisy is astounding. It's astounding. Yeah, under the old like back like the 1700s when the copyright was created, it was 14 plus 14. I think like 1809 it became like 14 plus 14. Yeah, Congress may yeah, they may change it. Copyright from Wall himself? I think the company. Also, there were some other creatives. It wasn't just Disney, but Disney benefited the most from it. Disney benefited the most. That's right, like nothing really happens in this short. Like, the music's good. Like, nothing really happens in Steamboat Willie. No, copyright's not gonna die off soon. No, copyright's not gonna die off soon. We need copyright. So, copyright's a spectrum. And it's like the first thing I teach you in copyright law. It's a spectrum. So, on one hand, we don't want too much protection for people, because then you can't create derivative works and transformative works, and no one will be able to create anything, because everything derives from something. On the other hand, we don't want no protection, because if we have no protection for copyright works, no one would create anything, because everything would just get stolen. If I create something, someone likes it, that's bigger than me, they can just steal it from me, no issue whatsoever. So it's like a curve. Like, there's no copyright, there's unlimited protection, no protection. You want a curve. It's a curve. Why did Disney take over Marvel and Star Wars in the first place? Because they were in a dark time. They were in a very dark time when they acquired Marvel and Lucasfilm. They were struggling to create original properties. They were falling behind. Their anime films in the 2000s were not that good. They had a new executive. Michael Eisner was gone. He was ousted. Bob Iger came in. And he thought the best way to do it was to create buy out established properties. Which worked out. It worked out. Yeah, this is what it's called, Mickey Mouse Law. The first two #1 song of 2024, which artist will have that first #1? Probably Tate McRae Greedy. Probably gonna be Tate McRae with Greedy. Why it changed from 14 plus 14? Well, it wasn't 14 plus 14 to 95 right off the bat. There were some other changes in the middle. But more of these companies got in and took control of copyright. Because here's the other thing also. I'm just gonna pause really quickly. So, here's part of why. It used to be 14 plus 14 because the thing was that, number one, people's lifespans were not very long back then. So you create something like you're an adult, you're probably going to die off in 28 years. That's just how it was. That's the way medicine was, it's the way life was. Number two, it wasn't companies that had protection. So it was basically, like, let's say Walt Disney created Steamboat Willie in 1810. Let's say 1810 he created Steamboat Willie. Alright, there's no real company that would do anything with it. Companies aren't people. Now, obviously, that changed. That's changed a lot lately. Companies are now people. Citizens United changed all that. And that opened the floodgates that we're not even going to dive into. Oh, man. Yeah, Citizens United changed the game with corporations being people. That was 2010, but you get the idea. We were trending in that direction for a while. But back then, person dies. Okay, who's going to use the thing? Who gets impacted by it? No one. No one gets impacted by it. Going to die for 20 years. I mean, yeah, but that's how it was back in the 1800s. Like, I'd probably, if this was 300 years ago, I'd be dead by now. I think the average age was 33. So that's why. That's why. So that's your, basic copyright 101 on that. That's why everything changed. That's why everything changed. Basically, long story short, people started living longer, they want to do more with the works, and companies are people. That's basically what it boils down to. Yeah, copyright law is fascinating. I could do an entire class on just copyright law on YouTube. Yeah, I said like the John Boy video, of the Guts reactions that he says are transformative fairies. I think that's a fascinating topic. Is it fairies? Is it not? You can make an argument either way. Love you, thank you so much, Charizard. Oh, Charizard Ranger. There we go. Love a Charizard. Favorite one's BK Vikings video that made me laugh. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love that video. I love that video. That was a fun introduction I did. Let me get back to the Q&A stream. All right. Did I ever play backyard? Oh, I love backyard football. Of course I did. Okay, here's my hot take. Pablo Sanchez was not the best player in backyard football. Pablo Sanchez is not the best player. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's too small. the one that no one goes for, the one that's the real stud that I always went for, was Keisha Phillips. Keisha was the best. You could just throw it up to Keisha. She makes the play. She breaks every tackle. Pablo's too small. Pablo, if you can't create separation with Pablo, you're screwed because he's too small. Keisha, jump ball magnet. She was better than the NFL players. Keisha was better than the NFL players in that game. All right, let me get the headphones back in because now the rest is definitely going to be copyrighted. Is we got 2 minutes left so far in this stream. It's been a fun stream, yeah. Yeah, 95. It's so long. It's so long. It's way too long of protection. So you're telling me like I create something and no one can use it until like, after I'm dead and like after my relatives are dead? Like, come on. Yeah, we've gone too extreme in that regard. We've gone way too extreme in that regard. All right, take me out to the ball game by William Hung. Oh boy. Became a fan of the Challenge of Vikings Birmingham video. Thank you so. That was a long time ago. That was what 2019. Yeah. That was 20. Yeah, that was like one of the first history videos I've done. That was a fun video. All right, 2 minutes left. The NA donations of $5 or more. I'll extend the clock. Oh boy, I've not seen this. Here we go. William Hung, take me out to the ball game. Here we go. Why is he doing this in Toronto? Does anyone in Toronto know who William Hung is? Like, as it was American Idol. Honestly, I've heard worse. He's hitting all the notes. I will say this much. William Hung hits the notes. He's having fun with it. He hits all the notes. How many years should copyright protection be? Yeah, he actually sounded very good there. Like, from what I expected. Yeah, that was good. You copyright to attorney. Oh, God. How long should copyright protection length be? Oof, that's tough. It depends. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Personally, for me, I would say 30. I would say 30 years. Roseanne was the national anthem. No, William Hung was fine. Yeah, I would personally go 30. I would say 30. And you can apply for an extension if you have irrefutable evidence that this would damage your brand in terms of like disparaging the mark or something like that. I would say 30 is a fair, because it was 14. Okay, wait, hang on. There's an easy way to do this. Because like how I said, like the playoff. Yeah, so yeah. Copyright Act of 1790 was 14 years and then renewed for another 14. So you had to reapply after 14 years. So really 28 years. Average lifespan in 1790 was about 40 years. Let's call 40 years. Yeah, I did the rankings. What did I say for that? I said the first Bama Georgia game is 1, Bama Clemson 2, the other Bama Clemson 3, the other Georgia Bama 4, Ohio State Oregon 5, the Clemson Alabama with Trevor Lawrence at 6, Bama Ohio State at 7, Georgia TCU at 8. The dead last. I don't know if I'm missing one. Oh yeah, I'm missing Clemson LSU. Put that in between Ohio State, Oregon, and Bama against Ohio State. Put it in between those. Yeah, so the average lifespan, it was 28. Okay, so if we do some similar proportions, because we should adjust it to the spirit of law circuit. So 28 years, the average lifespan back then was 40. So you figure average lifespan today is what, 77? Yeah, that's 76. I mean, COVID definitely played a part in that, but let's just say 77. Let's just say 77 for argument's sake. Do some proportions, do some math. If we do the proportions here, we would get a copyright protection 53.9. I think it's still a bit too long, but at least it levels up. So, I would go 25 plus 25. I would say 25 plus 25. That'd be my fix. 25 years, and then you can apply to renew at 25, and then that's it. 25 plus 25 is my pick. That's what I would do for copyright. 25 plus 25. Make it proportional to what it was in 1790 with the Copyright Act. That's what I would do. Because right now, it's a broken system. It is a broken system. In fact, I create something and it's mine until I die. Past I die? Like, come on. Come on. All right, one last question before the stream ends. Overtime and picks for the Natty. All right, so pick, I got Michigan. Had them at the start of the season. Overtime tomorrow. Oh, copyright for a team logo? Well, that's trademark law. That's trademark. That's not... That'd be trademark. That's a whole different issue. The trademark's a different story. That'd be a trademark thing. Although you can get copyright, you can get trademark, a patent, and a trade secret on the same thing. Those are the 4 things on intellectual property. You can get all 4 on the same thing for certain things. That was your pick too, the 25 plus 25? Yeah, I think that's the one that makes the most sense. Just studying copyright, like, that's the one that makes the most sense. 25 plus 25. I would say plus 25 again if the person that created it is alive. I have no problem with that, if they're alive. But other than that, that's like a very rare exception. 25, 25, and 10. I would go with that. NFL telecast public domain? They could. Yeah, they could. Picks for Natty again. Michigan, they want to pick at the start. I'm going to stick with them. Overtime tomorrow? Yes. If my voice holds up, and I think it will. I think it will. I mean, my voice feels stronger than it was before, but it's definitely a bit sore. Definitely a bit sore. You can probably feel it. So yeah, that was a long stream. Whew. That was 6 hours straight between the game and this. Thank you guys for the donation. Thank you for the love and support. Hopefully you guys like the rant and this overtime stream. This was fun. The game was not fun, but the Jaguars game was not. But this stream was fun. Tomorrow we're doing the Natty / Black Monday live stream. I got a lot of content coming out. I'm straight to work after this. It's crazy. Thank you for tuning in. I will heal up and I'll do some videos in the meantime. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Natty and Black Monday live stream. Until next time, JJ, I'm setting off. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Again, thank you so much for the donation.